And we're live. Look now. Can y'all hear me, chat? What we reacting to, man? What's up with the chat? It's your boy CT Stack. Back in the building. I can't hear you for some reason.
Yo,
Nah, great.
it's your boy MVP and what's going on, Chatterson? That boy ass said stream up in a bed, didn't it?
Oh, me.
Designer look nasty. Tim, turn. He was sport burn on me in the Hellcat.
You wanna watch?
Shit, I don't know. We can.
I hope this ain't
If you
no
get
whack
stuck on the
ass
melody,
interview
or if you
chat.
just feel like you
Man,
can't
I
get
was on that hoe earlier, but I got copyrighted while I was on screen. I said, God damn.
All right, we just picked up Omi out of jail. It's time to turn this shit up. It's about to get crazy.
You ain't never seen my shit this white before, right?
Big wide back ass nigga. I'm in the Hellcat. Ears free.
What's up? You already know what it is. Dev Nasty, aka Dangerous Dev Nasty, aka Mr. Choke Mama, Mr.
He
Choke.
can wait to get back and get in the car.
Hey, it finally came, man. It's a long time coming, but my boy is motherfucking home, man. We just picked him up from Danbury, Connecticut.
Oh man,
he obviously all the way back shining this fast. People thought, man, that they thought you fell off, man. They thought you fell off, man. What you gotta say?
I forgot about that nigga for a little minute.
That's against me. You're gonna keep losing, man.
But how you feel, bro? Like,
honestly, and I'm being honest, bro. Honestly, I feel at peace. Like, I was stating to them earlier, like, don't shame me because we wasn't recording earlier. I was stating to them, like, you know, walking around the track for the last, like, fast rewind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came into prison, right? And I really feel like I needed this shit. I came in prison super entitled. I was empathetic to people, but I didn't have compassion. Everything was literally about me, right? It wasn't what I can do for others, it's what others can do for me. And if you had no purpose in my life, then you had no purpose being around me. And those things, you know, dealing with sentimentality, those are self-serving acts of kindness, right? When you do things for people, not because you want to do it from the bottom of your heart. And a lot of times I did do that, but there's a lot of times where I did it just to make myself feel good because the core foundation of my life was fucked up, right? I didn't love myself. I felt the need that I always had to be around certain people. I felt the need that I had to lay in somebody's bed every night in order to feel love.
Already,
and, this stems from adolescence age.
What came out with a message? I
you know, spending months on end in isolation and deprived from the world, not even no form of communication besides, you know, Dev, Mike Luzzy at that time, you know, a few others, you know, writing me letters. Like, I don't know how I didn't think that I was this strong, honestly. And putting my mind together, I knew that God had a purpose for me, right? To whom as much is given, as much expected, right? And I took advantage of all the things. You know, I sat on my ass and I wasn't proactive in certain situations. I isolated from the world at times. You know what I'm saying? And I did a lot just from sitting on the couch. When I should have been out there, you know, voicing my opinions in certain situations. I should have been out there proactive in my city. And, you know, throughout this whole journey, I felt like people owed me shit. I felt super entitled, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I had a lot of animosity and a lot of things I had to work on. And right before I came home, I told myself, like, I'm gonna kill everybody. And this is a real conversation, you know what I'm saying, that I'm having with myself. Just negative self-talk building up. I'm gonna kill everybody. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, then I had to really dive deep in who I was.
What is this nigga talking about?
My core beliefs. I'm not that nigga who thinks that he could just run around and just act tough, because that's not who I am as a person. I'm not soft, but I'm not a person that sits here and does things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do something to me today, you can stab me today, and tomorrow I'll forgive you. That's the kind of heart I have. And I had to like really sit down and you know, have these conversations with myself, because my father's no longer here. And these are things that he instilled in me. So the closer I got to the door, you know, I didn't want to convert into Islam, because you know the stigma.
Too much, I
His ass gonna make a nigga ass fall asleep.
It's a podcast, and he talking more than the interviewer.
About shit that ain't even been asked.
I'm like, he just venturing off in the shit.
But you ready to talk?
That what it was. He was ready to get his ass back in front of the camera.
But John dropped 24 and 13.
Fuck that nigga right now.
Boy, getting a trade value up. Hey.
Chad, what should we react to?
The boy ain't got no crime, Johns.
Which one sound enticing?
She's a quick one of the motherfuckers.
It was almost midnight in late August in Northport, Florida, when a woman's cries for help rang out across Malakote Road.
The brutal murder of Robbie and Jennifer Tower.
And bang on our door and rang the doorbell, screaming, "I need help, I need help."
By the time neighbors awoke to investigate, she was gone, compelled off the street and back into her home by her killer. Police arrived to catch the suspect in flight. Unfortunately, for two of the street's most popular residents, it was too late. Police made a horrific discovery. The beginning of a story that would be hard to imagine were it not true. Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case is about a selfless couple motivated by compassion and good intentions, who made a choice that was met with betrayal, abuse, and rage. Let's take a look.
My yo ass just scared the shit out of me.
Is a growing city on Florida's Gulf Coast, known for its natural springs, freshwater canals, and proximity to beaches. Just before midnight on August 31st, 2000,
I know a bitch on that blade in Florida.
Jonna Walton awoke to noises at her front door. First, she heard the doorbell ring, followed by banging and a woman's voice calling out for help. After waking her husband and checking on the safety of her children, Jonna placed a call to 911.
911 is the location of the emergency. I was upstairs in bed and my daughter was sleeping downstairs and someone screamed and banged on our door and rang the doorbell screaming, I need help, I need help. It took me a second to register what was going on.
Jonna had initially opened the door and found the person was gone. While on the line with emergency dispatch, she decided to check again. This time, she spotted what appeared to be blood at the throat.
Did anyone in your home see her? No. We all heard her. But everything's pretty vacant around here. The house across the street is empty. The house next door is empty. Okay. There's only like 2 houses on the street. Okay. Did you only hear one voice or did you hear more than one? Only one. Oh, there's a whole bunch of blood outside. We need an ambulance now. Oh, shit. Okay, I need you to lock the door and stay in the house. It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
The Waltons, safe in their garage, watched as police cruisers began to fill the street. Officer Tyler Ragakis of the Northport Police Department was amongst the first to arrive on scene. As he pulled his cruiser onto Malakote Road, he observed a younger-looking man dressed in a light tank top and red shorts getting into a small black car. Though it was dark, the officer could see that the man was covered in blood. Ragakis identified himself as an officer and gave clear instructions to stop, which were ignored. The car pulled away, and a chase through the streets of Northport ensued. Northport police first pursued the black Chevy Sonic through the residential streets. Over the next 30 minutes, the driver made his way onto the I-75 and across county lines. At least 3 officers, including Ragakis, were in tow as the vehicle first sped down and then up the highway, at one point crossing over to drive against oncoming traffic. Police continued in pursuit of the road. As they did so, information from the scene on Malakote Road was reaching them. 2 doors down from the Waltons, inside the house where the fleeing suspect had been parked, police entered to find the homeowners, Robbie and Jennifer Tower, dead in a bloody scene. Each had sustained an undetermined number of stab wounds. Absent from the home was the couple's 22-year-old son, Dima Tower. Jonna told police it was his black Chevy that had raced from the scene upon their arrival. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies eventually stopped the car by deploying a spike strip onto the roadway. His tires flattened, dashcam footage captured Dima exiting the car and running from the roadside.
That boy ain't playing.
He hopped a fence which led into a warehousing property. Behind was a series of alligator-infested canals. Officers recalled hearing the animals in the water as they approached. They believed Dima swam into the canals in order to elude them. His efforts paid off, at least for a time. The chase was called off for the night. Search efforts to locate Robbie and Jennifer Tower's bloodied son resumed again the next morning in the light of day. The Towers married on the 21st of October, 2000. Jennifer was a paralegal turned realtor.
So he got ate by the alligators or what?
Christian and Sunday school teacher.
What y'all
Both she
thinking?
and her husband were animal lovers. They held a special place in their hearts for Rottweilers. Robbie Tower was known for his infectious laugh. He had a quirky sense of humor, which was often displayed when he wore silly socks, t-shirts, or funny shorts.
Silly socks,
Couple
man.
were extremely popular in their neighborhood. Robbie had even earned the affectionate title of Mayor of Malakote Road, where he started community block parties to bring people together. Robbie and Jennifer were both deeply religious. Their faith led them to take on regular missionary work in Eastern Europe and elsewhere. Unable to conceive, they made other plans to expand their family. Following a visit to an orphanage in Ukraine, the Towers made the decision to adopt. Though the process was long, stressful, and extremely expensive, Robbie and Jennifer were elated when they were finally able to welcome home their adopted son. At the age of 14, the Towers adopted
Do
Dima.
something good to a motherfucker and he do something crazy to you.
Dima Tower was born in the Luhansk region of what is currently Russian-occupied Ukraine, located in the far east of the country.
Yeah,
In
Ukrainian.
his early years, Dima suffered an alcoholic father who eventually abandoned both him and his mother. When Dima was around the age
Crazy
of
from the
6,
jump.
his biological
Ukraine.
father passed away. He was passed around to other family members' homes in the following months.
Ukraine, he insane.
Older brother. Then later, an uncle. By the time he encountered the two Americans that would become his parents, Dima had been in the Ukrainian foster system for several years. He lived first in the Luhansk orphanage, which was later relocated further west as the Russian invasion pushed further into the region. American family members described the institution where Dima was living as a prison for children. They reported horrendous conditions and that Dima would show signs of physical abuse. When the Towers became parents, family members recalled Jennifer's pure joy and Robbie's open pride at his son's every small success. They embraced their new role as parents.
Killed them folks, man.
The
That
transition
nigga damn fool.
was challenging, of
He looked
course.
like a fucking
Already in his early
crazy man,
teens,
though.
he did not
Crazy
speak
man.
English when he first
Yeah.
arrived in Northport.
Where your teeth at, nigga?
Classes were problematic.
You ain't
He
got
dropped
two
from
big
school
teeth. SpongeBob
entirely
looking
in
at
10th
nigga.
grade. Nonetheless, the family made memories, taking trips across the country and celebrating milestones.
Damn, man.
They posted with pride images of Dima receiving his American citizenship, though more challenges laid ahead for the Towers. Arguments with Dima became more frequent. He moved out of the house to live with other family members and independently for a time. A police response for a domestic incident was reported in 2020 at the house on Malakote, though no charges were ever filed. Family referred to the period before the murders as one of escalating violence. By the time of Robbie and Jennifer's murder, Dima had been living back at the house for roughly 8 months. He was working. His parents had purchased him a small black Chevy Sonic, the same one that sped through the streets after fleeing the scene of their brutal murder.
Damn, so they give you somewhere to live and they buy you a car. You kill them folks? They ain't need your real folks.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry AI app builder. And you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that people are creating. Smart nutrition apps, inventory trackers, onboarding tools, you name it. And
Chad, I'm so focused on the game, I was trying to skip the ad with the remote for the TV.
What tweet that?
The medical examiner found 68 penetrating wounds on Robbie. They were located on his neck, chest, arms, and elsewhere on his upper body. The same was true for Jennifer. She sustained 79 stab wounds, mostly to her neck. An analysis of the crime scene, which stretched from the bedroom, out of the house, down the street to the Waltons, and then back to the Tower's living room, would reveal the extent of an incomprehensibly savage attack. Authorities had every reason to believe that it had been committed by their own son, the young man they had adopted from dire conditions and welcomed into their loving family. On the morning of September 1st, Kay Rosa,
Damn.
Shell gas station employee,
My birthday, chat.
watched as a disheveled, extremely muddied young man entered the store and selected an iced tea from the wall of fridges. Kay was immediately suspicious. It was far too early in the day to see landscape workers or other laborers entering the station covered in mud. She grew even more concerned when she took the man's cash and saw that the mud on his hands was mixed with red stains. She spoke to him in English, then Spanish, and had no reply. Police entered the store in search of Dima Tower only minutes later. Cameras capturing the back parking lot of the same building showed Dima walking calmly in one direction, then back towards the exit of the building. Officers, alerted to his presence in the area by Kay and others who noticed him out of place, promptly made the arrest.
That easy, chat.
Trying to get some ice fucking
When he
tea.
sat down with detectives, he was asked to explain how and why the murders had taken place.
Well, something happened last night. Either you guys argued. There's a lot of things that happen.
On the first point, how the attack happened, forensic experts on scene had already deduced the answer. Blood evidence showed what was likely a surprise attack in the master bedroom. Robbie, a considerably larger man than his son, was caught unaware as he slept.
Where did it start?
Hey, Chad, I just seen a TikTok,
Yep.
and that nigga said, it's been months, man, and we still don't know about that white boy off Charlie Kirk. That's why you gotta watch them white boys. He was speaking facts, Chad.
Man, he killed his foster parent in his sleep.
For what though? Like, what's going on in your head that's a thought?
And they let you move back in and buying you a new car.
After you've been already disobedient after they adopted your ass. They could have left your ass in the orphanage. And they chose to be good people to you, fucker. It's always them fuckers, chat.
Was you guys sleeping? Yep. Did you guys have a fight prior to this? No.
There were signs of an intense struggle in the bedroom against the north wall and then leading into the living room, where Robbie was eventually found.
So your dad starts getting up out of bed? No, he wasn't. He was sleeping. Okay. And you stabbed him? Yeah. Do you remember how many times? Countless. I'm sorry? Countless. Countless times? Did he ever get out of bed? Yeah. And then what? Did you push him against the wall? Or did he fall? Just lay down. Look around the house. Try to fight him down.
It seemed logical that Jennifer would have awoken as this occurred. Perhaps she had attempted to intervene. Already injured, Jennifer made her way out of the house, across the lawn of the vacant house next to hers to reach Jana's front door. The trail back across the driveway showed her return trip. She would be found back in the living room next to her husband. Detectives believed her son must have pursued her to the neighbor's door and forced her back at knife point.
What happened when she ran out? Did she go out the front door? Yep. Did you close the door behind her, or did you? I told her to get back inside. And she kept on? No, she went back inside. At one point, did she go to the neighbors? Yeah, that's what she went out. Was your dad at that point? Yeah. Did you go back out there to get her, or? Yes. And you yelled at her? No, I said, yeah. Mm-hmm. Where was she at that point? Do you remember? Neighbor's house. In the driveway, front door, or what? Driveway.
Dima explained that he instructed his mother to return to the house, and she did. She sat for a time on their sofa, listening to her son air his grievances. When he had completed his monologue, he killed her.
You were talking to her? Yeah. What was she saying back? Pretty much nothing. She wasn't crying, pleading for her life or anything. She was. She was.
This nigga cold-blooded, man.
Cold-blooded.
You can hear it in the way he talking.
I don't get no fucks.
At all, though. Like, this shit sad, chat. Like, gotta watch him, chat.
When detectives asked what had motivated Dima to so brutally murder his parents, he offered several responses. Mostly, he insisted that the answer was too complicated, that they would not understand, or that he did not have time to explain it all to them.
They always all
Perhaps
say
the clearest and most honest response he offered was encapsulated in a single word: rage.
Help me understand what happened. Rage. Rage has to come from somewhere, there has to be some reason. It's a lot of rage to keep bottled up. Right. Did your parents push you into the rage? We weren't love like family anymore. They weren't family anymore? Yeah. Did they change? We've been through so much shit. Yeah. Been arguing, going back and forth. About what? What are they? Family issues. So have you had these thoughts for most of your life? No. No. Just came up because of all the anger and all the. Yeah, I want to go back to the grind. Yeah. That's the reason that. Did you ask them? Did you say that to your parents that you were going to go back to Ukraine? Did they fight with you or something? No. No.
Dima denigrated the United States. He no longer cared for his adopted family or country. He was angry and finished with all of it. The 22-year-old presented no plan to return to his home nation, which is still at war, nor did he offer any explanation as to why his parents would have stopped him seeking his life elsewhere, only that he had fallen out with them. They were no longer a family, he said. Robbie and Jennifer argued frequently. Often, their disagreements were about him. In these exchanges, if either parent defended his behavior, it would be
Sound
Jennifer.
like
Robbie,
they were arguing
Dima
over
claimed,
caring about his
accused him
ass.
of ruining his marriage.
Seemed like the mama probably cared and wanted to keep taking care of his ass, and the dad was like, hell no. It's probably one of those type of arguments, what it seemed like.
Give us one reason.
Dima contemplated the murder in advance. He recounted thinking about killing his parents when he returned home that night. First, as he sat in his car. Then, as he went into his bedroom and had some whiskey.
So were you having those thoughts when you were in the bed?
That whiskey got his ass with that whiskey.
Yep.
That whiskey.
Did he start thinking while you were in the
That's
car?
exactly what it was.
Whiskey.
So you start having the thoughts in the car.
That boy wasn't talking about with the alligator. That whiskey had to hold on so hard.
Whiskey had a hold of him so hard, nigga had walked in the store, bought a drink and walked out like nothing was gonna happen.
Man, that whiskey, man. That boy wasn't even listening to the police.
And you
Come on
get
now.
the knife out of the butcher block.
Stay off the liquor,
And then
chat.
you went right straight to your dad. Mm-hmm. Did you pick your dad because
The
you knew
whiskey
that
had
you
your
had to
ass
see
in
one
jail
first?
for murder. As you can see,
Whiskey. That whiskey.
your ass gonna be locked
Sleeping
up
that
for
next
murder,
time.
chat.
Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Well, it's your story, so. No, it's still crazy. It's your story.
2 knives were used in the attack. One was found behind a bedside table. Dima claimed this one slipped and he lost it. Instead of ending the attack at that time, he went into the kitchen, retrieved a second knife, and resumed stabbing his parents. Investigators found dirtied water on the counter next to the sink in the kitchen, as well as a towel. Near to the sink was a knife block, where DNA from the handle of a second knife was matched to Dima. Though it appeared to have been washed off before being placed back in the block, some blood remained on the blade.
That motherfucker bent.
Come on now.
Run Windows, Linux, and more on your Mac with unmatched performance and
Bro,
compatibility.
that's the most nasty way of killing
Manage all your
somebody,
virtual
man.
machines in
You
one.
feeling the
he
guts
forcing it, ho.
and bones and shit, like you feel it. Nah, that's nasty as fuck, man. You a fucking psychopath.
Literally a fucking psychopath.
I hate cutting the chicken gristles and shit, man.
I hate even breaking chicken when it's raw. and
Imagine
shit,
stabbing through
cutting
bones and shit.
chicken. Oh man. Oh man.
Dima was held at the Sarasota County Jail awaiting his
This
trial.
one pretty fast
At
because
first, he was charged with 2 counts of murder in the second degree and 1 count of fleeing law enforcement. Though it was clear from the statements Dima made to detectives and the prolonged brutality of the murders that, barring any mental health considerations, the crime had been contemplated in advance and throughout. The grand jury therefore indicted Dima Tower on 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder. He went to trial in November 2025.
Fed up with this country and the bullshit that this country had to offer him. And his parents, they were a part of that.
He got a lawyer.
And he didn't like them as people anymore.
It's a nigga who need to defend
And so he
himself.
knew he would kill them.
Billy Baker wife look nice.
Dima's troubled childhood, much of which was spent as a mistreated orphan, was not deemed relevant to the proceedings. If the details of his past
Why they treated him good?
so too were references to his aggressive behavior after moving to Northport. Old classmates recalled his creepy, antisocial behavior. He had been withdrawn, hiding alone in the nearby woodland. When engaged, he was a bully. Family said Dima had a love of boxing, but only because he loved to hit things. Robbie and Jennifer's selfless intentions towards their adopted son were no match for the anger that he already carried with him, they said.
I'm basically a nobody coming from nowhere. That's what Mr. Tower said. This trial is going to be a little bit different. If you're expecting that I'm going to stand here and say that Mr. Tower is not guilty of anything, you would be incorrect. We talked during jury selection about different levels of murder and different levels of homicide.
Let's continue for a moment. Let's see if we can continue.
Sure.
Go ahead.
The trial was characterized by emotional outbursts, the tone
That boy crying.
that did not wish to receive instruction.
Man, slap out from his ass.
Did, however, decide to take the
wasn't
stand
crying
to
when you
offer
was
testimony
stabbing the shit
in his
out your
defense.
folks.
He pushed back on the questions given to him, even by his own attorney. He complained to the judge that he was unable to speak about the topics that he felt were important. Mostly, he kept his head down and breathed heavily into the microphone, visibly frustrated.
Maybe I can give a little bit of my personal background or something.
It's going to work the same with all witnesses. You need to listen to the question and then answer only the question that's been asked of you. Okay?
Well, it's important that
it may be important, but you need to follow the rules in the courtroom. Okay?
Slow
Please
chat.
answer the next question.
Sure. Did you go to school here in Sarasota County?
the questions that you're asking me are very complicated, and cannot be simply answered, but I'm forced to simply answer the questions, which cannot, for no right reason, can be answered simply. These are not simple questions.
Do you need a moment, Mr. Tower?
Remember the jurors, let's take a break. Leave your notepads face down, writing information on top. Please don't discuss anything related to your jury. Everybody stand, jurors exiting.
It's too late for that.
It was unlikely that Dima's testimony spurred empathy from the jury. He made assertions that he was intoxicated when he confessed to detectives and temporarily insane while he committed the crime. His formal defense aimed to convince jurors only that the murders were an act of passion, manslaughter, and not murder. Though his testimony made clear that even if he had not planned the murders, he had contemplated committing them in advance.
Do you remember talking with them about multiple times having thoughts of killing your parents?
Yeah, I only had those thoughts a couple times.
Okay. Did you ever have a plan in place to make that happen?
No, I did not.
So you said you didn't think about killing your parents.
I did not plan on it.
Mr. Tower.
If you did,
It was not premeditated.
Mr. Tower, what were you thinking about between the time you took that sharp knife, walked into your parents' bedroom, and started to stab your father in the dark?
I wasn't thinking anything.
You weren't thinking anything.
What is there to think?
When you were sitting out in your car before you went into the house
You going to jail?
on the night of August 31st,
This type of nigga gonna slay his ass.
He trying to get
did
up
you
there and
decide to
play
kill your
dumb and
parents
shit.
before you walked in?
Yes.
I don't have anything else. Thank you, Your Honor.
Nigga, you ain't crazy.
The jury returned with guilty verdicts on all counts.
Crazy ass nigga. We crazy enough to get
During
your
the
ass
sentencing
killed
portion of
on
the
our
trial,
verdict.
Robbie and
Stupid
Jennifer's
ass
loved
nigga.
ones were given an opportunity to speak about the couple's many
Thought you was
admirable
gonna be
qualities,
getting some
as well as the
compassion,
impact
man.
of their loss.
Thought them material were gonna help you out.
They had a love for the Ukrainian people. And so I was not completely surprised when Jen told me about Dima. She beamed. I can promise you that she could not have loved you more, Dima, than if she gave birth to you herself.
They chose to love Dima and to bring him into their lives. They wanted to make him a somebody and gave him their name.
Robbie's father used his time to speak of vengeance. He wished, against the court rules, to address his grandson directly.
Dima, look at me.
No, sir, you go ahead and direct your comments to me, okay?
I would like him to change his name while he's in jail. I don't want him to use my name anymore. I don't want him to be associated with us. And I just, a lot of things I want to say to you, to him.
Take your time.
I don't believe you'd allow it, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't think I could go any further than him.
Dima was given one last chance to speak in the hope that he would express some remorse and, in doing so, offer some form of closure to his family. He was unable to do so. In a bizarre and confusing statement about taking responsibility, he appeared to try to place blame upon his grandparents, specifically Jennifer and Robbie's fathers.
And my apology in this is that nobody want to be held accountable for their actions. And I'm being held accountable for the actions of grown men. So my apology is that I have to be responsible for what Oscar did to his children and what Phil did to his children. And how can I apologize for the mistreatment that Oscar, as a stepfather.
All right, I'm going to have the defendant removed from the stand. He's choosing not to give an apology.
The judge imposed 2 life
talking your ass off.
parole to be served consecutively. Another 5 years was added for fleeing police.
Don't know what else to say. You seem to be an evil spirit, an evil person.
Evil spirit because you're talking foolish.
Who doesn't seem to have any
compassion.
I'm full of remorse. I'm not showing it.
Jennifer and Robbie Tower are remembered for their selfless nature, their warmth and compassion, and how they went above and beyond offering help to others who needed it. The couple spent their vacation time and resources traveling to Russia and Ukraine on mission trips with an aim to help others. They were said to hold a great love of Ukraine and its people. And that was the tragic case of Robbie and Jennifer Tower. Thank you for joining me, and a special
Yeah, we gotta talk about it, chat.
Still got Diet Coke here. Shout out to everybody on Kick. Shout out to my people on Rumble. And even on Meta. And of course, Kenny Academics and the Academy. I bet. So check this out, man. This is gonna sound self-serving, but I think I should start here. Chat. They don't like giving me credit. I'm the guy who is right message, wrong messenger. I keep telling you, anytime you see them go, they start criticizing me. They'll say everything. He in the woman business. Why don't he mind his own business? Ain't this nigga still fat? Yo, what about this? Yo, don't he got a case? They'll say everything, but they'll never say he's a liar.
I got a feeling
He's lying. He's not
some
telling the
facts.
truth. Because oftentimes I'm hitting the nail on the head. I'm exposing something that's already known, but sometimes people don't want to speak about. I'm really known for kind of bringing some of these things that linger in the dark alleys of the industry, and I'll thrust it to the forefront. Pause. Let everybody see what's going on.
Say pause.
When I say everybody else look around and say, damn, why does bitch ass nigga keep bringing this shit up? I'll give you a case in point. It connects to this story. Not bringing up the situation with that young woman again, but when I said, yo, escort culture is pervasive, you know what they said? Oh my God, why you always? Yo, 80% of these chicks out here, straight up.
Escorts, man.
The city girls, they promoted what's escort culture.
I seen
Buy
something
me a
earlier. He
bag
said some real shit
before
about
I fuck
this shit. I don't know if it's in this video, but he said some real shit. Cause
it's all the same shit.
You can't be a bitch that was promoting this shit.
Bring me on a trip
for me to mad. I'm sorry.
It's all the same
like
shit.
That. You was
the difference is that there's just a little bit levels to it.
Like
there's certain chicks that flat out will just ask you for the bread. Yo, you want me to go? You want me to fly out to you? Well, I got a job. Give me 2 bands.
Now you want to put her
business. Not for the box. They got some other girls.
Get back at baby.
They'll just flat out ask you for the money.
I'm telling you.
Yo, give me 5 bands if you want to fuck. Straight up. They telling the truth. Then you have some of them.
Hey, Ara, they posted a
they
video
think
of
that
her earlier and said she was on the
and
Carisha
shopping
Cleveland
sprees
episode and
with
said
men
she'd get shitted on
because
for the
they're
right amount of money by a man.
Cute.
So they
cool.
let you know.
But all along, we know what it is. It's the same as sport culture. Now, when I bring it up, and I remember speaking about the last situation with Shorty, Rappers hit me up. They said, you fucking up the game. Because don't let none of these guys like Lil Baby's gotten exposed for paying for box more than Zion Williamson. Come on, let's keep it a beat. These rappers are paying the way, and I'm not shaming them, but I'm telling you the reality. It's also funny when people try to get into it. When I expose it, they say, you're only saying that because you have to pay for the pussy. And I've said, I've never paid for vagina transactionally, but have I paid for an experience that a girl probably thought was worth them fucking? Probably. I don't know. These chicks will fuck for anything. You bring them backstage at a show, they're ready to suck your dick. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what's going on in their fucking stupid ass mind. So, I kicked the conversation off. Rappers hit me on the low. You fucking up the game. Why you fucking up the game, bro? Yo, bro, you fucking up the fly out game, bro. Yo, a bitch I'm bringing on a trip to Turk, she sent me a video asking if this is what you think of me.
Damn.
The rappers are telling me, you're fucking up the game. And I told, it was like 3 of them. I told him, I said, bro.
Bitch self-conscious.
These
She
bitches
know
still
it's
gonna
true.
go. The fuck is you?
She asked because she know it's true, and she still gonna get her whole ass on that flight. She still gonna get her ass on that flight and fuck
like,
the
how
whole
much I
trip.
need to get? How much I need to give you for that pussy?
She
She
basically
gonna
was
give you that
gone trying to
pussy.
line it up. If did what you think about me, you need to pay me. That's exactly what she was trying to do. Go on,
Send
line
my
up
shit
her
up
payment.
front. I need the front end and the back end.
That's exactly what that hoe was trying to do. Go on, set up that payment. Since did what you think of me, go on, start paying me.
What you talking about?
This
This ain't
nigga
no
be
secret.
spitting facts.
They still gonna go on the damn trip. All you gotta do is send them a picture of the jet and say this is a 14-seater. Oh yeah, Gulfstream. Oh yeah, they'll be on that bitch. So, and I'll tell you why I say that. I think this conversation and calling these people exactly what they are, escorts. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that. You know why? It's such a triggering word that we're starting to see, women want to separate themselves from it.
Facts.
It's like, put it like this.
Jada,
you know how feminists are like, yo, it's girl power, it's girl power, it's girl power.
That's exactly
We
what
support women's rights. Women should be able to have the chance to choose whatever.
Don't follow me with that bullshit. That's exactly what she's saying.
Let them get conflated or mixed up with whole behavior, and they quickly let you know, I ain't like that bitch. I'm not like that bitch right there. Nope. I don't do shit like that. That's the only time you see them chicks want to separate.
This nigga fool. His ass be.
Why do I say that?
Facts.
Exhibit 1, man. Exhibit 1. Exhibit 1. I knew this exposure was gonna come, and the reason why I'm taking credit is here we. Oh no, fuck. Go to the wrong place. I know this exposure was gonna come. And I just think I put I just put the smell in the air. Here we go. Jada Waiter, if you don't know, that's Lil Baby's baby mama. She posted this. By the way, she's a huge influencer among females. A lot of
To
women
the wholesome
look up
girls,
to her.
please stop comparing.
She
your life
says to the
escorts.
wholesome girls, please stop comparing your life to escorts. Chat. What was I saying
when she say that?
what the girl says, yo, I need my man making $100,000. I can't date no nigga. Remember I said the reason why I'm even speaking on it is for there's young girls who have
he's
morals,
speaking a
who
point.
probably are watching and saying,
Y'all
like,
with the
those girls
bitches
are
saying
winning.
your
Like,
nigga gotta
damn.
make 6 figures. You
What am
can't
I
fuck
not
with
doing
him
right
unless he
that I'm not
doing
getting
this,
on private
doing
jets
that.
and I'm not going to
Now
all
you
these
trying to
islands?
reverse,
And I
you trying
broke
to
it
go
down
back
simply.
on
I said,
your
you're just not an
word
escort.
now.
That's it. You're just not an escort. You're just not fucking. That's it. We're now seeing the separation. Now, I'm not saying Jada is one or the other, and obviously she's posting this. I don't know if she's wholesome or not, because I've seen some things. I've seen some things. I didn't know she was broken up with baby. I seen her throwing ass left, right, center in a circle. I'm like, oh, nah, but I don't know what she is. But the shift is happening, y'all. The shift is happening. Somebody says, can you be an escort and not fuck? The point of escort is you get compensated for your time. Like the word escort is, hey, I'll escort you to your ball, your gala. But it doesn't, and we'll spend time together. Like we'll spend till 3 a.m. So we go to your thing and we'll hang out for after whatever for drinks. And the reason why escorts are really high level usually is that you need a woman who you like. By the way, millionaires and billionaires like have escorts. You need a woman that could be professional enough that if she's on your arm at a gala where it's a fundraiser for millions of dollars, you're not embarrassed. She's a good look. She represents you well. She could speak, but you have no financial commitment like a wife, and you don't have to deal with her nagging you when you get back to the hotel if you don't want to. That's it. So the idea of escort is like, it's for usually someone to escort you to an event, right? And spend that time with you. It's not necessarily based on sex, but we do know that relations with men and women usually boil down to sex. Now, usually after you've spent time, the escort could say, hey, I do want to have sex with you. Or you maybe proposition them and they say they want to go. Yeah, let's fuck. But it's not baked in the cake. A prostitute, you ain't a prostitute if you ain't fucking for money. Prostitute means transactions for sex. Escort is the gray area because selling sex is illegal. Spending time or spending time with someone isn't. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yes, the premise of being an escort usually is without sex, even though in certain, obviously when you're paying a top dollar for escort, it's kind of like understood like, hey, we're not just chilling, right? And they usually do that in a covert way to try to let you know, like sometimes they'll put certain things, be like, look at the Diddy thing, right? When he was hired from Cowboys and Angels, like they said, oh, some of these, you could hire the escorts that might give you deep tissue massages. That might give you like, yeah, if the escort is also trained with their hands and fucking half naked around you and you're half naked, you're hoping you're going to fuck later, right? Yeah, so I get that. But being an escort doesn't mean fucking, okay? Anyway. So Jada Waiter is now drawing the line. And I do think that whore escort culture is starting to make all women look bad.
Facts, chat. We experiencing the switch, chat.
Cause it make these regular bitches even want to be like, I can't fuck with no nigga that's this, and that. How you look like an escort?
And now
you ain't gonna fuck with me unless I can do this, and that for you. How you's an escort to me? Yeah.
It's that, and you also out here acting like you killing the pool. There's no pool for y'all to date. You're literally completely killing the pool off once you putting all these stipulations on who you gonna date, what type of man you dating.
Don't go to Lil Baby, Boston Richie.
I don't know if you still in here, Stony Maniac, but we are doing reactions. But it's just shit like that. Like you look horrible. You killing the pool off, man. Y'all don't have nobody to choose from because all the regular bitches who acting like that, they now squeezing their way into the
bags
lane.
And trips are making every chick look bad.
Come on now. You making all bitches look bad.
It's making the girls, because here's the thing. When all women hype up the hoe, it's always a hoe who fucks your man. It's a hoe who got no standards, who will go for anything, that will just get walked over, that he don't got a wife, that he's gonna leave you for. So what's happening, chat? There's starting to be a divide. The women who think they're relationship quality, who think that they could demand some respect, they think they could demand that that because of their integrity, they should be able to whatever based on their chasing relationships. They no longer want to be mixed in with the whores and the women who are just showing off bags and trips and getting donkey fucked by everybody. They're having their not like us moment. That's what's happening, y'all. So Jada Waiter wants to kind of make it clear. Hey, hold up now. These bitches is escorting. And I keep telling y'all, this word gonna keep coming up. Escort.
You trying to draw that.
So when I seen that, I said,
"No, I'm not a part of that shit."
All right, something brewing. I like this. Because here's the thing, chat.
There's 3 different rappers for R.
Women also have to fight a civil war. If your goal is to hopefully be monogamous with a guy, be in a relationship with a guy, have him treat you a certain way, not like an object, you want him to love you, cherish you, build with you, possibly marry you. You know what's...
I can't do that, and 3 other niggas I'm on the song with the Ben Angel.
The bitch who's fucking him like back in the bathroom, the bitch who's...
What 3 you count?
Who? Herbo Bag and Lil Baby.
Plus Devontae Davis.
Damn.
He said, damn.
Add another one to the list.
Devontae Davis beat her ass in public. Snatched her ass up.
Fletcher.
Yeah, he snatched her ass up in public one day. They was at some event. He got mad at something and snatched her ass the fuck up.
Damn.
And they had, ever since that event, it was public that it was basically PR that she pretty much, y'all can't be together no more. His PR team and I guess her PR team told him, shit, y'all can't be together no more, bro.
Walls is wide as the Great Wall of China.
Huh?
Walls as wide as the Great Wall of China.
Hey. She out here, dog. She just giving it that. The girl said she'll get shit on for an amount of money.
Send her to
Literally
Dubai.
said she'd get shit on. And that's why I said, when I heard that shit, I instantly said, she'd have been to Dubai before. She done got me a ticket or 2 off that shit.
Dubai
she got a couple
chocolate.
million on getting shit on. But she was saying that.
Thank you,
she
asshole.
was saying it like to Carisha. She was saying it to her like, "Girl, you want to get shit on? If a nigga paying you millions."
Thank you, asshole. You gotta wash shit off for you. Thank you, asshole. How you stinky? How you stinky?
She ain't about shit but a check. That's a bitch that about $1. That's why they trying to say Bag must be pimping her out too, though. That nigga had to walk off. Oh shit, man. It's itching like a motherfucker. That's funny, man. That shit. Can't keep no hold on my mind. He on everybody. You heard that. Man, that boy Don screaming already. Eat the whole brownie in one sitting. Come on. Hey, get the She gonna eat. She gonna eat. He just ate a piece of brownie I dropped.
Get out of here.
That leaked some. I know exactly what that was.
Get out of here. Chat, that's million.
What you going?
What time about chat you done? I mean, am I done? I've been having sweet tooth today, chat. Almost went and got me a milkshake earlier. Yeah, nigga, remember we had some get out of here. Nigga, remember we had some brownies in that bitch.
Ain't no more chocolate, man. Go get your ass in the cage. Shit.
Get your funk ass up out of here.
Come on. We back, chat. Minor inconvenience, chat. Niggas had to go get water. He got a sweet tooth.
Folks
Had
said
to let the dogs out right quick. Live from the bed. We back at it, chat.
Who says, fuck my baby daddy. The whores fuck up the mentality. Because, and this is why I think men win in all this. Good girls like hyping up the whores. The whores just give us the mentality like, why the fuck are you fucking with a good girl? Or keep her ass at home and come fuck us. We don't give a fuck. So at some point, good girls got to realize you and the escorts or you and the hoes, y'all beefing. Y'all really beefing. Y'all can't be friends. Y'all can't be friends. Y'all can't coexist. It just can't happen. Anyway.
Come on now. If you a hoe,
this happens.
Or you want to a good girl. Hoes don't like.
It gets a little bit fun, y'all.
Because you're a good girl.
Okay. So while on,
they don't like you
I believe,
you know all the in between shit.
TikTok Live. I think it was TikTok Live. Somebody said,
"Nigga got a 2K team with Steph,
what about that
93 overall, Klay Thompson,
that
Draymond Green, Nikola Jokic, and Jason Tatum
fucked Ari,
prime Warriors with a GOAT added."
I told you it's a civil war happening.
Yeah.
The whores are over there; they're fucking for anything, and the girls, because you know also what's happening. Yo, none of these girls is happy unless like they have a ring on their finger or they're proudly in relationships and wife.
I heard a girl that worked here, the nigga.
Like all this time outside shit, that's just temporary. So these chicks, they're really trying to come across like they're trying to separate themselves from the whores. Like, nah, we ain't fucking everybody. We ain't doing this. We not just letting ourselves loose. No.
Nigga think about
So anyway, she confirms it on this Instagram live that basically that little baby fucked Ari. Here we go.
But the skin is already skinny. Like, I should have been got on Accutane. Like, is this all I was missing my whole life?
That ain't no wrong.
How do you get it? No, I haven't purged, but I was on spironolactone not 2 weeks, a month before I started Accutane. So spironolactone.
What the fuck is she talking about?
Lactone purged me bad. So I think my doctor was very intentional when she put me on spironolactone for that month. So that way, now that I'm on Accutane, I'm good. It's like I'm not purging.
So here's a question that comes in. The TikTok rumors about Ari and Baby.
Them rumors are true. No shade.
Rumors are true.
Been going on. That's been a thing.
Yeah, nigga.
But I don't
be narrow way.
Like literally, like
rumors are true.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh God, nigga said rumors are true.
Now she confirmed it, and she doubled down even more because people did ask her, like, "Yo, is that real? Like, what's up?" Well, she responded to some fans. It says they clipped your live. They're saying that you were responding to the Lil Baby and Ari rumors sleeping together. Is that true? She said, "Yeah, I said that. Said that shit. Yeah." Mm-hmm. Now there's another response of hers.
Yeah, I said that shit.
There's another response. What the bumble clot is that? Somebody say you didn't stutter on that live, Queen. She says, "Bin." I don't know what that means. Okay. Okay, somebody said, meanwhile, Moneybag Yo mad at Ari because
That's why Bag ain't fucking with Bag.
Remember I told y'all Ari was messing with Lil Baby.
Be around that nigga.
All right, let's get to it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I don't know what's going on with Moneybag Yo, bro. I have to believe that Moneybag Yo and Ari are in like some contractual relationship. Like, we all acknowledge that Moneybag Yo, his career was definitely helped by being with her, right? Like, you know, he was kind of he was a good rapper, but he kind of had a dull personality. And when he got with her, he really got a lot of interest and intrigue from like the women who like rappers, but are more so into female rappers or rapper girlfriends. They're into rappers in a relationship. It really helped them. Now, the reason why I'm like confused about this is like the second time, right? Didn't Cardi B say that Offset piped out Ari too? And I was like, wait, nobody heard that?
Hey,
Who?
She did say that.
You said it, right? Nigga, yo, here's the thing. Fuck all that. Yo, the shit that y'all
There's
had.
another one.
This is why I'm about the industry. Everybody fucking with each other, man. Everybody been knew this, man. I've been wondering, I'm like, how you still with her?
So
this shit don't make no sense. Like, how you still with her? But again, I don't know their business.
They like that little pussy.
They could be cheating too, right? They could be going through a break. It could be a fake ass relationship.
About that little pussy.
I don't know when this happened anyway. You get what I'm saying?
Break them all.
Now, remember when I told y'all, I said, listen, yo, G Herbo right now is in matching pajamas, roasting s'mores with the kids and his future wife, and he looking at the chick he used to be with. I guarantee she probably was fucking the rest of them like GBE niggas. Like, oh, word too. Yo, if she fucking the rappers and she's with Moneybag Yo, you think she was with G Herb? You think she was with Lil Herb and not trying to slang that pussy on Lil Baby? Stop playing. Stop playing. Yo, come on. Stop playing. I know they probably had found my iPhone and Gilbert looked up on the iPhone. Yo, Ari's at L.A. Capone's house, nigga. Yo, she's chilling with a Chirac Wolverine. Yo, what's she doing over Lil Jay's crib? Holy. God, yo, King Yella. Ah, hell no. Now I got to step to this. This is a hell nah. That nigga got a pregnant roast. If he fuck, nah, hell nah. What? Yo. Ari slanging that junk. Now, here's the thing I won't agree with.
Yeah, I hit Ari.
Listen, Ari is like, I'm not surprised by shit.
Me too.
Y'all, like, what part of Ari's actions make y'all think she's like some loyal monogamous girl, bro? Like, come on. Stop it.
I hit Ari.
Stop it. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm not surprised by it, right? I'm not surprised by it. But I kind of, I am interested overall in number one, why Moneybagg Yo still with her?
Come on,
Man,
now.
that pussy good. That ass big.
Some.
Number
Man,
two,
whenever the other bitches ain't hitting up, go to big ass Ari.
Cardi B, Ari.
Bag Billy sent a nigga
It
though.
was like some leaked messages.
Damn.
I guess remember she's with Stephon Diggs at this time, and somebody made an accusation to her like, "Yo, Offset went to Atlanta, yeah, or you went to Atlanta, you fucked Offset while you were in Atlanta," and she says, "Why are you saying I fucked Offset this weekend? Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck who you support. Lying on my pussy is crazy, and he haven't fucked me neither. Y'all truly got to leave me the fuck alone. We both move on. Tell him to tell you how he was fucking Ari while we was together. But yet I'm wrong for moving on, huh? Leave me the fuck alone."
Damn.
Now, I got to salute to Ari. Ari's on a Summer Walker timing. Save her. You probably don't even got to save her as like Pizza Hut, nigga. You probably save her your phone as Cheetos and cheese. Some shit like that. I don't know what. Yeah, what do you save Ari in your phone?
Wong's grocery.
Don't be no Pizza Hut, nigga. You just save her in your phone as some shit. So Cardi came out before.
This nigga said
and said Ari fucked her man straight up, and look like Ari must got them hands. Cause let me tell you this: when a woman knows another woman who fucked her man, the first thing they do is go fight that woman. Ain't nobody pull up on Ari yet. I ain't gonna lie. She from Chicago, right? Come on now. Ain't nobody pull up on her yet. Facts. By the way, Ari didn't give a fuck what Cardi was talking about. He said, coming to a woman as a woman or telling on a woman to her man got to be the top two corniest, most miserable bitches alive. Yo, I hope Moneybagg Yo cheating. He got to be cheating, right?
It ain't his bid. She's the escort. He just paid the most to her.
He got to be cheating. Now, going back to what what's her name said, right? Going back to what Jada Waiter says. I don't know. You see, I'm gonna have to qualify what would make, let's say, I don't know if she's alluding to Ari being an escort. And let me tell you this, chat. This is what fucked me up when I got into this industry. I thought like escorts were like non-famous women that basically would kind of like sell their self or sell their time or their box or whatever to these guys. Then you realize, no, it's the famous chicks. Like a lot of these women that you look at and you idolize. There's one of them. I don't want to mention no names. Like when you hear about their rates, you're like, wait, niggas is really paying like 15 bands a month for this? But it works and it happens. Is Ari an escort? I don't know. I would hope not.
Man,
but you never know.
Man, chat these niggas. Once these niggas get to making 150,000 a month,
women that would
these niggas asses paying these bitches.
After linking one of these guys pop up with gifts, bags, start flexing with it, show off some money. Maybe she got it from him. I don't know. Maybe.
This shit ain't shit but another bill for him.
Ari being an escort.
$15K for this monthly pussy.
But why would I even be surprised?
Bag misses payment.
Not
She's fucking on somebody else.
Just saying.
Yep. He missed his payment or missed.
Listen, you heard the word on Sweetie, right?
Because you got to drop off a bag too now.
Y'all ain't hear? Yo, one of my soccer playing niggas told me he caught a hat trick. You know what that is? He wasn't talking about scoring goals. Yo, Sweetie, you wow.
Talk about scoring.
Wow. But anyway,
everyone say, "Yo, Sweetie,
so
you wow."
A lot of our people we know, they're just like, it might be escorts. Now, it's kind of interesting if this is true. Number one, I'm wondering why Jada Waiter puts this out there.
Pause the hoe.
I don't think Lil Baby wants her back.
Bro, this shit been going on for a long time.
Hey.
These bitches was just doing that. It was just scouting. I want me a rich nigga this. My nigga do this for me. That type shit. Now it's finally getting through to their motherfucking heads. You ain't shit but some pussy. Getting bought.
Come on now.
You an escort. and he started saying for your time, man, these bitches ain't fucking fuck. I mean, these bitches ain't getting flew out for their time. Man, these bitches get fucked.
Once you join the line, you become a prostitute.
That time and how long you finna suck this meat. So, yeah, for your time. I ain't slow. You're an internet
I think they've moved on.
I ain't even gonna say it.
She's done her things. And the way that Lil Baby raps about her, I don't think he's spinning the block. Well, he might have spin back and fuck a couple times, but he ain't wifing her. Oh. Somebody say she's still with YG. She ain't with YG, nigga. She with a couple YNs.
Well, baby said, you mad at me about a bitch? You fucking both of us.
Holy. But anyway, that's the big deal.
What are you talking about?
Ari being an escort would be wild. Ari.
You know what I ain't? No, it ain't. Gotta use that BBL for something.
Ari blasts Cardi B for exposing her escort's affairs. Wow. Ari Fletcher escort. Are these like AI videos?
Oh, things are getting real messy out.
Okay, so if you didn't see, basically, Jada Waiter was on live, and somebody commented and said, "Are the rumors true about the right?"
She got to be hard as hell.
Don't know about this shit.
Wanted to comment on her live.
She's just gonna gaslight her, more so.
Now, chat. Let me tell y'all this, man. This whole industry is nasty, man. All of these niggas is nasty. Nasty. Okay? Also, they're saying Ari got a reputation. Now, this is like a different Ari. I don't know how many surgeries or Ozempic before. Like, she looks different now. Ari looks beautiful now. Whatever she did to her face or whatever, I don't know if she did anything or maybe it's just money. She looks beautiful now. I seen her recently when she was Ari. She looks good now. She looks good. And before, I didn't think she was attractive that much. Yeah, she looks good now. I don't know if it's the weight loss, but this is money. Yeah, she looks good now. Like back in the Chicago days.
Damn. Hey, you see Chopper Mama on the net?
Yeah. Anyway, she looks good.
They missed one of his baby moms smash. Anybody young boys revenge to get back at him.
Damn. Well,
that's why he started
got
this.
the order tubular surgical titties. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sculpted.
Academics posted
eyes. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Buttocks. Yeah,
I hit that shit from the back. Yeah.
Anyway, they're saying I'm dragging Jada.
I can't do nothing else with
Arias fell out with Audie. I don't even know. Like, you know how I know people are escorts? When I keep hearing certain names, I'm like, what do they do? And nobody knows. Like, nobody knows what they do. I'm not saying this person is escort, but I'm just saying. Who the fuck is Audie? Audie for fucking on Capo. I'm thinking GBE Capo. I don't even know who this guy is. For bags. Because Moneybag Yo is going broke. What?
Facebook.
Ari also fell out with Young Miami because he was fucking on her little baby.
If I hit one, I wouldn't need
Young Miami fuck little baby too? Yo, bro, these chicks with the escort is crazy. There's one common denominator here, and she has a big ass, wide ass face. Let's hear this.
In Miami, everybody knows she owes money back. But like I said, we don't know if it's true. But this is a theory on why they're not taking out with each other anymore. Word in the street, allegedly. Ari talks to her man Capo, and this is him in the club. This is not AI. This is not it. This is a picture. So now let's get to the topic. This is where Ari are friends. And Carisha is cool with Audie. Now, they all used to hang out with each other. If I get spicy, get y'all popcorn. They all three are poor. They end up falling out. Word in the street, they fell out because Carisha knew allegedly Artie was talking combo. And that's why Artie cut Artie hoes off because out that door Artie for her nickel. Yes. When I was turned up in the back, I said, Carisha knew allegedly Artie was talking to that girl.
They ain't even mad at each other about that they messing with each other, dude. It's just man, you took my trick. He buying me bags and paying me. You can't do that, and we supposed to be friends.
Split the profit.
He paying me less because he gotta pay you too. That ain't how that's supposed to work. You supposed to be my friend. I put you on my rapper friends. You ain't supposed to take my rapper. Yeah.
It's another thing for all the hoes fell out too. But we're gonna save that tea for later, okay? All right. So let's get to the tea topic. Got the next slide.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's how hoes on the blade be.
That's insane.
Bitch, that's my pimp. Look now.
This type of shit is fuckery at its finest. Now, have y'all seen this, chat? This is just to show you how this industry is in a mess.
Okay,
y'all see this?
No money without no clients.
The photo goes viral for showing that Cardi B, Offset, Future, Bow Wow, and Ciara kids are all cousins. What? Look at this.
What?
Look at this shit, chat. So they said Ciara got 3 kids with Russell Wilson. Ciara got 1 kid with Future. Ciara dated Bow Wow. So Ciara's like the fucking pinnacle, the key. The key to all of this shit. Future, goddamn, how many kids is this? Future's got some kids on the side, but he also got a kid with Joey Chavis. Joey Chavis got a kid with Bow Wow.
So,
Joey Chavis also got a kid with Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs' brother.
Imagine saying my brother daddy Future. My daddy Bow Wow.
Trayvon Diggs
and my
also
daddy
has a kid with Yasmin Lopez.
My mama
Yasmin
Cardi B.
Lopez also has another kid with Christian Wood. Stephon Diggs is having a baby with Cardi B, or had a baby with Cardi B. Cardi B got kids with Offset. God damn, this is some crazy shit. Let's try to make sense of it. So Cardi B's kids are gonna call Trayvon Diggs uncle. Or that one Cardi B kid got to call Trayvon Diggs uncle. But Trayvon Diggs got a kid. So, okay. So Cardi B and Stephon Diggs, they got a kid. That kid's going to call Stephon Diggs' brother, Trayvon Diggs, uncle. Now, the kids of Trayvon Diggs, who's their uncle, normally would be the cousin.
Too deep.
That
It
kid
shouldn't even have to be explained like that, man. Just go get your
those
own
other
bit.
kids would be Christian Wood kids,
That would it sound like,
right? Actually, his kids with Yasmin Lopez, and his kids with Joey.
Y'all want to recycle her coochie? That everybody know about.
Okay, I see why they're saying it.
They'll never be able to.
If Cardi B's kid is actually cousins with
both sides of their
Joey
family,
Chavis kid,
everybody famous in them,
and one of Joey Chavis kids is Future's kids. Yes, like it's not technical that they would call each other cousins, but you know, if one kid is gonna say that's my cousin, the rest of if we're all brothers and I say that's my cousin, my other brother's gonna say that's my cousin too. So we're all gonna call it cousins. So yeah, I can see. Yeah, so yeah, it's cousins. So Bow Wow kid, yeah. So no, Joey Chavis is a nucleus. She's a nucleus. Yeah. So Future's kid, Bow Wow's kid, they are the brother or sister to Trayvon Diggs' kid with Joey Chavis. And because
too damn deep,
whatever kid that Cardi B has with Stephon Diggs is going to be the cousin of his brother Trayvon Diggs' kids. Yes, Cardi B's kid would technically be cousins with this kid right here, which would probably lump it.
There's too many kids, too many people tied into the same women. These folks talking about J Fold back at it.
Man, Cole would have killed his ass. I don't give a damn what nobody say. He told the nigga what it was on Port Antonio. Niggas just ain't want to listen. Niggas would rather do what get the clicks. Why they keep saying Shiesty stuck up Gucci? It made him sign the contract. I know you been saying that.
No.
Look at it.
It do got academics had some on his page about it, but I ain't clicking because I thought it was bullshit.
Man, they keep saying Shiesty. They say
They say Shiesty with the hood. Make your baby Robert give it up.
Reacts to rumors that Gucci Mane got robbed by Pooh Shiesty and his crew.
Man, sign that contract. Yeah. They said Death Row 2.0 made him sign the contract.
Let's see what he talking about.
This whole thing about Pooh Shiesty robbing. Y'all heard this? Come on, Pooh. Look.
I heard this. Look.
Gucci, man. So this whole thing has been going viral.
They did take down the welcome home votes. On God.
That Pooh Shiesty set up Gucci Man to be robbed. I never heard about this before. But Hernandez Govan, which is the guy who was accused of like paying the hitman or supposedly to pay the hitman, which supposedly didn't, who killed Dolph. He obviously was charged with murder and conspiracy of murder. He later defeated those charges. He spoke upon this, and obviously he's from Memphis, but he basically said Gucci Man was an Atlanta artist / mogul. Do we call Gucci a mogul at this point or no?
What?
Is he still
He
in the
basically
city?
said the reason why him and Pooh had a fell out is Pooh like set him up to be robbed or something. Listen to this.
Hey, this for you niggas in the comments, man, that act like you got an ice cream cone on your face. Somebody I need to be scared of Gucci.
Yeah, it was an ice cream cone.
I'm more worried about Charleston white pepper spraying me, nigga.
Oh shit!
Good nigga, fool.
Did you know you can AFK Bloods and Zaya whilst learning to code in Python? Go to boot.dev. We've known our students to pull it off. Here's how. Monitor 1.
He turned into a Charleston White.
Level rune crafting. Before you know it, you'll have written thousands of lines of real code and even knocked out that Karamja Elite Diary rune crafting requirement. It's well known that developers make bank.
Hey, this for you niggas in the comments, man, that act like you got an ice cream cone on your face. Somebody I need to be scared of Gucci. Nigga, I'm more worried about Charleston white pepper spraying me, nigga.
Hey,
FPL,
first day out, bitch. Fuck the fed, walked out the jail. I saw 6'4". Okay. He didn't tell the story? I think he told the story. Where is it? Oh, here we go.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this, man, but no, I'm lying. Hey, Gucci man, LaFleur. He went and signed 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee to try to antagonize God all because he fucked your wife. What? Then you dropped them little niggas and kept Pooh.
What?
And not got it and took Pooh Shiesty from you. How I feel to have a Memphis nigga, man, take
Look
your
how
wife.
Gotti looking on the picture.
Got your artist,
Gotti fucked.
Got your artist, nigga. What you gonna do?
Gucci's
got your artist.
Tighten up, Gucci.
He talking about tighten up,
all that
Gucci.
goofy shit you were doing. Signing 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee. You ain't never heard them nigga mixtape. Just signing a nigga trying to antagonize a nigga. And you know we know about the other little shit that just happened too. Yeah, we gonna run that later on though, Gucci. She real shiesty around here, I see.
Wow. I actually forgot about that. Gucci Mane, Yo Gotti beef. I remember they had some real serious beef.
Gucci Mane and Yo Gotti are two of the biggest OGs in the game today. They both put on for their cities, and the music went even crazier when they worked together. But one small misunderstanding destroyed their whole relationship and sparked a wild beef that turned them against each other. Here's what went down. Gucci Mane and Yo Gotti are certified legends. Before Kanye came in and changed the whole game, hip-hop was all about dudes flexing and talking about their work in the trenches. So it only made sense for two of the most authentic street artists to link up and work together. They might have been raised in different cities, but their come-ups are similar. Both of them grew up hustling at a young age and doing whatever it took to survive in the streets. They both started to gain a buzz around the same time, and real recognized real, so there was a lot of mutual respect between the two. They started collaborating together on tracks like Mo Money and Bricks. Fans went crazy for the singles, so Gucci and Gotti took it a step further and dropped a whole mixtape together called Definition of a G. Then they followed up with the tape G Shit. Everyone was feeling the music, and it seemed like Gucci and Gotti was about to take over the entire industry together. But before they could become hip-hop's next hottest duo, everything fell apart over some petty beef. In October 2012, Gucci was doing a press run for his new project called Trap God. The release date was set for the 17th of the month, which was an important day for him. 1017 is Gucci's label. He was determined to drop on that day after hyping up the release for months. Gucci, this was the next big step as an artist and a label owner. But then news broke that Yo Gotti was dropping on the same day. According to Gotti, he didn't know Gucci was dropping his project on the 17th, but he was hyped when he found out. He said in the interview, he's supposed to be my homeboy. I hit his phone immediately because I'm thinking, man, we about to shut it down. In Gotti's mind, him and Gucci dropping on the same day was a win-win situation. Everyone knew they was tight, and he thought the extra publicity would just help them both. But Gucci wasn't feeling the same way. Gotti said, so I hit him up to chop it up like that. He ain't hit me back. He ain't answer. Gotti thought Gucci might change his number or something. So he hit someone from his camp and told him to have Gucci reach out. Gucci never got in touch with him. But Gotti still wasn't pressed about it because he thought they were still cool. Then, right before the release date, Gucci tweeted out, why would another artist put their mixtape out on 1017 if they ain't Gotti's biggest op?
Hold on, let me watch this version.
Last time I was on 11 Alive, it wasn't the same kind of thing. I was on such a destructive path.
I know how to fight.
This nigga head just ugly as hell.
Ain't nobody finna disrespect me, touch me, push me, bop into me, step in my shoe, none of that.
Oh, no, I never be fun to just letting people take advantage of me or handle me in any kind of way, so that'll never happen.
Gucci Mane has always been respected, but back in the day, he was feared. Feared by the streets, feared by other rappers, feared by one man in particular, Yo Gotti. It's not just about diss tracks or rap cliques. This was personal. Alleged betrayal, street politics, raw paranoia, and one man's descent into a dangerous state of mind. Gucci was not ready to be double-faced. He gave up the game raw. No filter, case, and disrespect. He turned what might have been a across that line. Their alliance wasn't just about music. It wasn't just about making hits or stacking money. It was about protecting yourself, your reputation, and your people. Gucci's advice was straightforward but powerful. Protect your circle. Trust only the real ones, and always keep your guard. He beat the murder charge on Gucci didn't like it. He called her out. Waka stood by his mom. That unexpected. It was ugly, unprovoked.
This shit.
What's up with these
fake
AI?
ahead. I ain't nobody talking about this shit.
Oh, okay. He spoke on it before.
So I didn't want to take the chance and I ain't say nothing to him about it. I came back in, we finished talking about the music, and he was just telling us exactly what we needed to do to get dropped hot to the point where it would be a go. And when he was leaving, and that's when he was approached by Cornelius and Bobby. And
Joe kind of just shrugged it off. He didn't really take it. He didn't really pay attention to it, or what?
I mean, you know,
they did get to have that conversation with him. Probably.
Yeah. He most definitely had the conversation.
All right, let's get to it.
Cornelius gave an impression to drop that, you know, or whatever, you know. So
He talking about straight drop.
his way to the net or whatever. So, you know, I had never heard of it at that point.
But you know what you know being in the streets, and then you said you had a relationship with Dolph somewhat. You can kind of see it maybe being true. Like, why wouldn't he want to get back at somebody shooting at me?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I could see that. I mean, Yo did an interview and he said that.
Yeah.
On camera. So I don't think Gotti will get on. I don't think he'll risk his reputation and all of that on camera by saying that and it ain't true.
Because we've seen Gucci squash his beefs from that era of his life, 2013, 2014. A lot of people he's basically patched stuff up, but there are a few notable exceptions. Gotti's one of them. Waka Flocka's one of them.
Yeah.
That we just still haven't really seen them get cool. And there was a lot of rumors or stories being told about Gotti pulling up at Gucci's house with a gun and shit like that.
I don't think that's true. I think when they had the issue back in the day about when Gucci had the issue when Gotti was supposed to drop on 10/17.
Okay, yeah.
And they had a show coming up soon, right after Gucci went on the radio or whatever it was and had his rant. And so from what I was told, Gucci didn't show up to that show because it supposed to have been like immediate smoke after that. And he didn't show up or whatever. But yeah, so if he didn't squash his beef with Yo like he did everybody else, I think it's more so about the girl, his wife. And no disrespect to her, but
Keisha Kaur? She messed around with Gotti?
would you be willing to squash some beef with somebody who had sex with your wife?
Jason Love fucked this nigga wife and he cooled him.
Maybe while you was in prison, I don't know when it was or whatever.
Oh Lord.
It's supposed to be your friend.
Especially it's like if they've disrespected your girl. Like it's one thing if maybe they slept together before you were together, but if they've been disrespectful about your girl, that's usually the thing that you can't get over.
What if it wasn't before? What if they slept with a wife?
And then we're really talking.
Exactly. So that's probably the reason you'll never see that beef squashed.
Because you basically have to like go against his wife.
But what I don't understand is how you could be mad at Gotti and not be mad at your wife.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's, just different, they move how they move, but me from where I'm from, I ain't gonna be mad at him and not be mad at her.
I mean, when I interviewed Stan G, who I don't know, does that name mean anything to you? You're a Stan G fan?
Whoever that person is you're talking about.
That song kid.
So that's. Let me see. Gucci, Yo Gotti, Keisha, and I hate looking this up because I think Keisha Kaur is she's Jamaican. I love her because she's Jamaican. None of the other stuff.
I hit Holmes up, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, when you consider somebody a partner, to me, that's the way I hit him up, like, what's up with you, Holmes? Like, what you mean, what's up? He didn't even speak about what he tweeted. He was like, oh, man, you put Jeezy and Tip on the Rex remix. Jeezy tried to kill me. Man, you and Holmes been in the same city 28 years, and you just not realizing that?
Then he went to jail, and you started dating Keisha Dior.
Nah, then they were like, to me, I still felt like you were cool because like, then he got on the radio and said something. That's when they were like, okay, Home crossed that line. Like it's, you know what I mean? It'll never be like we cool no more.
Now I'm gonna go bang his girl.
I had already done that.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, that's Gucci's. That's smoke.
Okay.
You heard that shit? Damn, guy, man. You ain't my friend, man.
You know, like you in love and all that.
You already did that.
Wow.
It was already did that.
Nigga fucked your girl, you lied.
Hey, I ain't like got it.
He's saying that.
I know
you was
I
in
know
love
Gucci
like
like, man,
that.
damn, this for this
They
talking
like,
this shit.
They're like, I guess you gotta look at your girl.
What damn? Hey, this for nigga talking this shit. What damn?
Here's my thing. For me, and you know, I'm lucky
really
I haven't been in that position. Because I don't know, maybe you think you in that position, but I would think you gotta forgive them both, and you can't forgive none of them.
That motherfucker good.
You can't if you forgive your man. If you forgive your man for fucking your girl while in jail.
I see
And-
why your ass clapped the whole thing.
And then you hate the
I
girl.
ain't gonna lie.
That whole thing
That's weird.
was gone.
If you marry,
And while them hoes still
then
warm, boy,
fuck
them
your
bitches
pants to
still
fucking
soft and everything, nigga.
weird too.
Huh?
You kind of got to forgive both of them or not be cool.
That boy said I
And that's
already
only
done that.
I know some of y'all might be like, well, what about
Like, your thumb is gonna be
didn't
clapped.
Drake do that to Lil Wayne? Well, it's Lil Wayne didn't end up marrying the girl. If Lil Wayne had married that girl, I don't think him and Drake could be cool. Or he would have to forgive both of them.
I ain't gonna lie. We talking about escorts.
Yeah, it would.
Can't marry no fucking escort.
If he was gonna marry her, he got to
mad at a nigga back there
because
that
she
he hit
has
him back
the
in the
most
day.
money. But if Lil Wayne hates that girl, he got to hate Drake too.
That's why you don't see Wayne and Drake around each other.
I got you.
You know, I'm thinking it ain't nothing like where they about to get married or nothing like that. Like I hit homes
that
up
to hit Ari?
because you know when you consider somebody a partner,
Why
to
they
me
put
that's the
her
way
on
you. I hit him up like,
Let's
"What's
get
up
on
with
the
you,
phone.
homie?" Like, "What you mean? What's up?" He didn't even
You
speak
finally
about what
realized
he
she a
tweeted.
hoe?
He was like, "Oh man, you put G's and Tip on the Rex remix."
Nah, she going, man. She fuck my artist.
That's interesting.
Let's get on the song.
Oh yeah, Boko, because I got her fucking on my little artist too.
Stan G is from Memphis and knows Memphis street politics. He says Gucci Mane is using war tactics on Yo Gotti.
Why you think Gucci dropped the whole label? You think he ain't sitting back waiting on Shiesty and Fujiano? So you don't think there were war tactics? What Gucci was doing, locking down Atlanta, signing everybody in Atlanta when he got into it with Jeezy, locking that city down, got into it with Gotti, signed the whole Memphis. Now they can't mess with him. Sound like 9 artists from Memphis. Everybody he dropped was Memphis artists. It was about that girl, bro. Every time he get into it with something, he locked the city down. Then he went to Memphis and, look, I'm signing all these boys from Gotti Hood.
Oh shit. Stan G, no jumper, Gucci. So he's saying that when Gucci gets into
literally
it,
just be doing
yeah, there was a time Gucci pretty much signed all the hot
Oh,
niggas in
God.
Atlanta. How come he never kept them though? That's the thing. And he did have a bunch of Memphis artists signed.
Why you think Gucci dropped the whole label?
Because he was just losing money and he didn't see the future in it anymore, probably.
You see, that's the easy answer that Adam is saying, but it's not the correct answer. You don't drop like when you sign a like Gucci. Gucci had a label that rolled up, and then it also rolled up on their Alamo as well. And then
He said he was
there's
$1
another
million
record
into
he
his
rolled.
next artist. Cap though.
There's no
Niggas
such thing
scared.
as you're losing too much
Nobody
money.
don't sign the Gucci no more.
Art like labels, they'll just put you on the shelf. They just won't release you. Or maybe that's what he was trying to do. He wasn't trying to spend no more money, but it's not his money. It's the label money. That's what I'm trying to say. He's not losing the money. It's the label money. But maybe like they're getting shelved and he doesn't want his face card to be tarnished because you know what the artists are going to do eventually. Go on social media. Yo, this fuck nigga Gucci don't want me to succeed. He hating on me. That nigga don't blah, blah, blah. They're not giving me this. They don't want me to drop. So maybe that's why he drops them. But okay.
On a Gucci artist said shit.
You think he ain't you think he ain't sitting back waiting on Shiesty and Fujiano?
No, I think he's happy to take part in people whose careers actually make sense. But you got to think about it. Gucci,
Like Big Phil's you on the same level. You like, well, goddamn.
you know, it didn't work out with OJ, but he's signing Waka. He's getting Thug. He's with Dolph, Migos, etc. All these dudes, and then he's looking at his contemporaries like Coach K and saying, "Look at this dude making hundreds of millions of dollars off of signing the Yachties of the world." All these people, and Gucci.
You ain't that slow.
What? What am I wrong about?
You ain't that slow.
What?
So you think Gucci signed all them folks just to be signing all them folks?
I think he signed. You're talking about back in the day, or you're talking about the more recent output?
Because
I think he's just lost money with 1017, besides a couple of hits.
So you don't think there were war tactics?
What?
What Gucci was doing, locking down Atlanta, signing everybody in Atlanta when he got into it with Jeezy, locking that city down, got into it with Gotti, signed the whole Memphis. Now they can't mess with him. Now
who did he sign from Memphis? He signed he
signed like 9 artists from Memphis. Everybody he dropped was Memphis artists.
Okay, so you think that was because he's still, because we haven't heard anything publicly about him and Gucci and Gotti in forever.
That
but
girl,
I'm sure it's still.
Come on, it was about that girl, bro. You think he was just signing folks and every time he get into it with something, he locked the city down. You know what I'm talking about? He locked Atlanta down, signed the whole Atlanta, all the street cats in Atlanta, gave him a chance. A chance to make somebody go out there and do your and do a chain 100,000. Come on, man. Then he went to Memphis and look, I'm signing all these boys from Got the Hood and everything. You know what I'm talking about? Now he drop everybody. What they gonna do now? God ain't gonna go pick them boys up. There's enemies he got that he don't need. Like he ain't enemies. I ain't gonna say they enemies, but at the same time, they ain't gonna never mess with guy that full of fool. God ain't gonna never mess with them fully because you was already rocking
with the enemy.
Gucci Mane drops all his artists.
I
remember this?
I was looking at my P&Ls, and I ain't making no money.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I want to make this
Hey,
announcement on
what's up,
10/17.
Wait, why can I hear it?
I go with Gucci.
I can't hear that shit. Hold on.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 10/17 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shakeup and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now. But when I'm looking at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract, but I said, hey, fuck it. Let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying, I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, you know what I'm saying, Pooh and Fu.
So he kept Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. Who did he drop? Okay, here we go with the people who claim. It's Matt Critter. Who's Matt Critter?
Damn, you signed a 10/17 nigga talking about who is Matt Critter.
Matt Critter,
let you
a
know.
Memphis rapper. Lil Ra.
I forgot said got signed.
Alabama rapper. Bresden. Let's look these people up. Oh, he from Tennessee as well, just not Memphis, but Chattanooga, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. Let's just say 2 from Memphis so far. Kato 2X. Who's this? Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, shit. Yeah. FTO set.
Where's
he from? Where is he from? Where? Memphis, Tennessee. Wow. We might be on to something here, chat. Hot Boy West. Where he from? Where you from? You from Texas? Okay. So pretty much out of 5, 3 of them from Memphis. And Big Walk Dog. Let's see. Who's Big Walk Dog?
Them folk don't even mention Big Phil's.
Okay. So what?
Them folk don't even mention Big Phil's. Damn.
You funny.
That boy never signed.
Why they say a Flint-born Memphis hip-hop artist? Huh?
Right,
I don't know.
Don't even mention Big Phil's about.
Interesting.
Okay.
So
I know Big Phil's are like, I ain't even getting the X shout out. Oh my
West
God.
Coast, you know what I'm talking about? Like a whole different type of way. You know what I'm saying? With the
Hey, shout out Fizzle.
yeah, like these boys play a different type of way.
That's interesting. I didn't think of it like
QC
that.
don't mess with God. You know what I'm saying? They sign B.O. Lil Kenny. B.O. Lil Kenny, a known person who don't even mess with God. You know what I'm talking about? So them even signing B.O. Lil Kenny showing God. We don't know what you over here. They mess with Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So it's all types of.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
And Gucci fuck with each other heavy. P gifts Gucci, man. Yeah. QCP fucks with Gucci heavy.
You nigga be fucking niggas in Atlanta. Pause. I'm talking about like contract wise.
Look.
Good say.
Gucci receives.
You almost came and blocked that off the backboard.
Look, this is what P gave him. Pierre P. Thomas, which is CEO of Quality Control QC. This is them right here.
Them nigga Chanel jewelry for a birthday.
Well, P is QC.
Sweet.
Fucks with Gucci.
Don't give me nothing Chanel for my birthday.
B.O. Look,
what it is?
They sign an artist in Memphis. It's a Memphis rapper. B.O. Lil Kenny is a Memphis rapper who don't get along. Wow, who don't get along with Gotti? That's crazy.
Vortex is going on in Memphis, and it's really real.
Right. Okay. So you're saying that Gucci is the kind of guy who's petty enough that he'll spend X amount of dollars to sign an artist, give him a chain, etc., just to poison the well and fuck up relations for that person that he's.
We gonna get some money with this shit at the same time.
Right.
We gonna do that too. We gonna do that
He
too.
said we gonna do
And
that
then the
too.
Memphis boy hot. Everybody want the wave of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? But them Detroit boys getting hot. You know what I'm talking about? But he ain't going to pick up a whole lot of them Chicago boys when they were hot. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't had no static, no friction over there. When we got friction, he gonna show you.
What's PRE's status in Memphis now?
Oh, them boys doing their thing, especially Key Glock. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole different fan base.
But do you think that Key Glock has like the Dolph mentality of wanting to really build this roster and create and I don't know like who's involved on more of an executive side, who's signing artists, or like do you see them continuing to be ambitious in that way?
You know, Key Glock, he gonna be Key Glock. Key Glock will never be Young Dog. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. We said
interesting.
This is your brain when you're struggling to
You know what I'm
focus.
saying?
This is your brain when you're in the zone. But getting in the zone and staying there
Rice Krispies
it's more like
treats.
luck
Okay,
and something you can control. So that's why we made brain.
God ain't gonna never mess with them for.
He a hater, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, he my biggest hater. You know what I mean? He wanted to sign me. He wanted me to come over there and let him give me some money, give me a car and all that. Nah, I don't need that. I got my own ice, real ice. You know what I mean? They rocking that fake ice. Like I get real ice.
Glasses ass. I don't.
Dog were talking this shit.
They're saying that all of this is over Keisha Kaur. Wow.
The nigga be tender nails.
Jermaine LaFleur. Then you drop them little niggas and kept Pooh and not got it and took Pooh Shiesty from you. How I feel to have a Memphis nigga, man, take your wife and your number one.
Wait.
Man, he dirty as hell, fool.
Them folks got AI picture of
Where
God
is
and
Pooh
Pooh Shiesty toasted.
Oh God, had me fooled. I ain't gonna lie, my first glance at that hoe, nigga, I started doing research.
That's why we see Pooh Shiesty with Glorilla.
Pooh Shiesty is.
That's why I'm listening to Pooh Shiesty and he say, "Yo," he says CMG.
But you gotta think, fool, just pop out.
Music group. He's the first artist to launch his own imprint, CGE, under CMG umbrella. Solidified his move from Gucci Mane.
It's cap anyway, because Bread Gang was the first.
A significant role with
Bread
this.
Gang and this was under CMG, but you just got to think, Shiesty
This
have made enough money in
misinformation,
his career. There's misinformation, but Shiesty,
This misinformation, Chuck.
Shiesty have most definitely made enough money to recoup on his deal. Like he probably made enough to be independent by now.
He got 10 M's ago. He recouped. That was him recouped.
No, nigga, you made 10 M's off your stream, bro. You went diamond, nigga. Man, boy, if you'd have went platinum 8 times on one song, 2 times on another one, that's a dime. That's 2 songs put together. That's still a diamond. You just sold diamonds amount of records.
I can't lie, fool.
And you can't spend it when you sitting in the cell and you can't spend it, bro. That shit's stacking. You gotta think about how much, bro. I done
I
only
had to
streamed
get that last
100,000
piece,
streams.
fool.
I ain't
I had
tripping.
to get that last piece.
I only stream. I only stream maybe like 100,000, 100, maybe 200,000 streams. Not a made like maybe $1,500. Man, think about niggas streaming down there 1 billion times and not able to touch that money. Bro, you rich than a bitch. Just before you recoup.
He getting some money, but I
That's
think
before you recoup, dog.
I think that mixtape made him enough to be like, "Can I buy myself out the deal?" And it
That
really
what-
ain't recouping.
man,
He bought himself out the deal.
But that's what
like, let me just be a CEO, and I'm gonna drop under you until a certain time.
recouping is getting all your motherfucking masters and shit back. You gotta buy your masters and your publishing and shit
No.
back. Yeah, nigga,
Recouping
it's
is when you getting
negotiating a
another
new
deal
contract.
from your. No, but you ain't negotiating no contract when you getting your masters back. You becoming independent then. You owning your shit.
But he probably it's to a point though. Like once you sign to a label like Atlantic, they not letting you get your full shit. You probably gonna get like 90% back, but they need that 10. They help you. They gonna need that 5-10%, even if you buy majority back.
Album.
Man, I'm telling you, he probably still somewhat under. They still making somewhat over percent, but he
under contract.
He probably majority independent. He probably owned like 70 to 90% of his masters in publishing. He owned to the point where like he can go somewhere else and be like, "Man, I'm trying to tell you, dude, rich."
I see about 60.
He like push. I mean, not almost. He like push size level. He like Lil Durk level at this point in the hood. How Lil Durk is in Chicago.
Durk worked 40 though. Durk signed a deal for 40 M.
That's just because his catalog bigger. But he studied signing. He still signed under a label.
He signed 4 albums, 40 million.
Under a label. I don't think Shiesty did no shit like that. I'm pretty sure
you know Shiesty ain't do nothing like that because it would have been announced. That's big money. Dirk got that money up front.
That's why I think he probably still man. All right, I fuck with Gucci. He still make like 10% off, 15% off my music because he helped me blow up. Man, I own 85% of my masters in publishing. Man, I might want to go sign with Gotti. And shit, he might get 35% while I still got the other 60, while I still got the other 50% of my 85%, and he get 35.
He ain't signing with Gotti though.
Man, who else he gonna
get
sign
out
with?
that deal? He not
Him
signing.
Him and 30 gonna sign the CMG if he signed.
He not signing no more. He get out that deal.
Man did a song with Glorilla.
What that mean? That don't mean he's signing.
I don't know, man. The rumors might be.
I'm telling you, his ass getting out that deal. If you look at, we finna go into a shift. It's not finna be no signing to a nigga just cause he the biggest no more. It's finna be, man, let me own my shit and stop getting raped. Our generation finna change that shit. I mean, sorry, great. Our generation finna change that sign and deal shit.
I just hope
Shiesty could be the first one.
Dumbass shit.
That's what I hope.
Fat tried to do some. Fox Zone ain't doing nowhere. He still be talking about shit too fast. He still be talking about BD getting calls from labels shit. That mean he ain't signed you then.
Chat, my camera fucking up, chat.
Well, camera got too hot then.
Cool down, chat.
Well, I guess it's just me.
I'm in this thing though, chat.
I'm talking about.
But I ain't gonna lie. That's for sure what it is.
What's what it is, nigga?
We about to stop that. This generation about to change all that giving your life away shit.
Man, Josh said he got that logo on his back that should tell you where he want to be, man.
I told you them. I told you he never requested one. I told you he never requested it. It was just the league talk. I mean, the internet talking. He probably trying to put pressure on them folks to make a trade, cause get Jaren out of here.
Man, y'all gonna shop me? Man, I'm hurt.
You traded my shooter.
I'm hurt.
You
man.
traded the fucking shooter for a nigga who can't do shit on the court but be a puss.
Can't even grab a board, and you won't trade me. You supposed to give me the max or trade him. AD supposed to went to Memphis, not to Dallas. Do something. Anything.
Besides talk about getting me out of here.
Why should I feel him?
But his ass gotta get healthy, cuz. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this we finna switch over now, y'all. We finna go to some basketball shit. We finna start talking about the NBA now. We finna get off of this rapper shit. This is why Ja, and this go for every player. We gotta get these niggas back in the weight room. We gotta get them back in the weight room. We need these players lifting because they staying hurt.
Lifting and resting, man. You ain't gotta go to the strip club every time. You ain't gotta back to back, man. You sit at the house, chill out.
That lifting food, it keep that tissue strong. It keep that muscle tissue built up and strong. They ass don't got no muscle tissue strength. They no muscle tissue strength. They ass don't do shit but club, throw ones, and fuck. That's why they motherfucking hamstrings be toe up.
Fucking quads be hurting shit.
Shoulders be hurting because they throwing money all night. Arms in the earth throwing money all night.
Smacking BBLs and shit. Nigga know how that shit be.
Picking up big, huge ass booties and shit all day, every day.
But
drinking every day, all day.
Nigga,
Smoking weed all day. And yeah, I get it.
It look like Ja behind every conference, every press conference he had. I ain't gonna
I'll tell you that's why them niggas don't be wanting to live full, because when you have money, that shit heavy. That shit heavy. When you have
and the end don't tell for that bitch no more.
That's exactly why them niggas not lifting, cause they getting high.
But KD, niggas like KD though fucked it up. Cause KD just an anomaly. A nigga like Steph don't smoke. A nigga like Bron, he just an anomaly. I know he smoke because ain't no way Bron is blowing that dope and he ain't seen nobody else do it before.
Yeah, him and Bronny smoke together.
They blow big backwoods in California right now, and it's legal.
Smoke.
Dut pack.
I think Steph just more like a subtle smoker. He not that smoker that you could tell he getting high.
His wife cooked. They probably do edibles and shit.
Yeah. That's probably what he be high for.
She make him an edible meal before the game.
Have his ass be dumb. Zooted.
Zooted.
You said what?
They in San Francisco, California.
That's what I'm saying. You a damn fool if you believe he don't smoke at all. I know he smoke. He probably smoke in moderation, but his ass getting high.
Everybody getting high. Just a known fact.
That's why all these hoopers hoop like they do the way they do, and that's why they ass staying hurt, because they ass stay high. Not lifting, and I know that's where they come from, getting high. They're getting high, keep your ass from wanting to lift and waist, man. That shit be heavy as a bitch. I used to try to work out after smoking and shit. Hell no, you gotta wait till after you get through working out to hit that blunt. Cause if you trying to work out high, and you ain't got your mind on you finna lift that heavy ass shit, they gonna go in there and put that shit down.
MG Empire.
I ain't gonna lie, man. LaMelo Ball starting to hoop like he in fucking Chino Hills again, dog. Just maybe be.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Cone.
I think I seen them folks say he hit like 8 threes in the second quarter the other night.
You love new tech, but you don't want AI to do everything. You in that, right? Check this plugin out. Meet Co-Producer, a plugin that finds samples that fit.
God damn.
Throw Co-Producer on your master and let it listen to your track. It'll analyze harmony, rhythm, and lock to your projects.
Yeah, it was starting.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? And the Giannis situation is getting even weirder, and it's probably the most confusing it's ever been, which is a lot to say about
the Warriors.
Dominated NBA headlines going back to April of last year when the Bucks lost to the Pacers in round 1 of the playoffs. Damian Lillard, of course, most importantly, tears his Achilles, which feels like it could put the nail in the coffin in the Giannis era because he's supposed to be his number 2. Hasn't really even worked out that way so far. They've just not been a good match. He's out all this season. We don't know what he's going to look like when he comes back. They don't have assets to go ahead and make upgrades in the meantime or just in general.
You know what's the end.
Like,
You see how team do you win.
Giannis' last game as in Milwaukee.
Hey, Jeff G said that shit on the
about
pod
Giannis trade
right
this summer, but nothing materialized. And instead, they tried to improve the roster. I guess credit to him. That much, but they waived Damian Lillard to stretch his contract. And shocking move, and even more shocking, they go ahead and sign Miles Turner to a pretty solid deal, taking him away from the Eastern Conference champion Indiana Pacers. And like, again, credit to them for trying. This Bucks front office is always down to try something, but it wasn't enough to make this team a good team because they are now 17-24, 2 games out of the play-in, and specifically as of late, they've been playing some of their worst basketball. Giannis was out for a little bit. He came back. They won a few, but over their last 5 games, they played good teams, and it was a chance to go ahead and prove themselves. Instead, they went 1-4, getting blown out by the San Antonio Spurs, losing by almost 30 points. Well, they lost by 18, but they were down by, I believe, 39 at one point. They lose by 9 points to the Minnesota Timberwolves without Anthony Edwards. They lose to the Nuggets without Jamal Murray or Jokic or Christian Brown.
Damn.
Golden State Warriors, they do beat the Lakers in that stretch, which, is a pretty solid win. But again, it's got them as the 11th best team in the Eastern Conference so far. 7 games under 500, and we're halfway through the season. And I know Giannis missed a bit of time. He's missed 14 games so far this year. But even in games that Giannis has
7
played,
games under 500 is crazy.
1 game above 500. They're 14-13. And if you take that winning percentage and stretch it over this whole first half of the season so far, they would still be the 9 seed. They would move up 2 spots and still in the back half of the play-in tournament. Even with Giannis playing clearly one of the 3 best players in the world who's having a monster season, it's not been enough for the Bucks to maintain more than just a barely 500 record in this Eastern Conference. It's not promising. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look like a team that could realistically sneak into the playoffs and give a top seed real challenges. It's not going to happen on the season as a whole.
He said it's not going to happen, Chad.
And a net rating of negative 1.1. That Giannis has played. It's just not good enough. If you do at least want to see Giannis go berserk, use TickPick, the cheapest tickets with absolutely no fees. And the most notable moment out of any of these is when they did play the Wolves and they were down by 1 billion points. Giannis gets an and one, and he goes ahead and boos the crowd. The crowd was booing him. He goes ahead and boos back, and I think Giannis is in his right to go ahead and do that, but it's not often we see that from Giannis, showing, animosity towards the fans. I mean, the fans don't really boo all that much in Milwaukee in general. And then after the game, Giannis was asked about it, and he's like, I don't think anybody has
what's up with Nick?
Lead this franchise in almost everything. I've been here for years, and that I boo every fan. It doesn't matter if it's home or away, but it felt kind of notable to me. It felt like a little bit of a out of character heel turn type of moment for Giannis. Nothing too insane. I think it was somewhat
I don't lie, fool.
Showed frustration.
Don't come to the fucking Warriors, bro.
Frustration towards Giannis and this Bucks team, and I'm sure it's more towards the Bucks in general.
It's only about 2 or 3 teams he can go to.
Ultimately matter.
We won
on. You got like Doc Rivers saying, "Oh, well, other teams are going through struggles and they're not healthy." He, for some reason, called out the Denver Nuggets, who have been thriving without Jokic, and the Oklahoma City Thunder, who
that dude that been playing for Jokic
are on pace to again win 68, nearly 70 games. Like those are not the examples you need to use. And there have been plenty of other teams that have been
injured.
that hard?
The player as good as Giannis so far this season, but every team above them
That
has
nigga
dealt with some
money
type of
paid
significant
and
injury
you
so far this
watch
season for the most part, and they've all
They
maintained.
finna
They've all
start
stayed
playing his ass
water.
when
Not
Yoke
to
come
mention
back.
the two most recent games that you lost to the Spurs and the Timberwolves, you had basically everybody, and you're playing teams that aren't fully healthy, including, again, the Wolves without Anthony Edwards, and they lose by 30 points. This is just not that great of a team. I don't think
Think Timberwolves gonna do something this year?
Giannis' supporting cast is all that great. I think Giannis is not the problem,
Timberwolves
but I have to
might go
imagine
all
that's
the way.
frustrating for him. And so, with them on the downturn, it
Oh,
feels
got the
like
most chemistry.
it sets
I
up for
still
Giannis.
just ain't a believer.
If I had to go ahead and talk about a scenario
They
where
just got
I
the
could
most
see it happening
chemistry right
mid-season,
now to
this is
everybody.
basically it. But there's also the fact that he had a conversation with Sam Amick.
I like
And
the
I'm gonna tell
Spurs
you,
more than the Timberwolves.
And plans to remain in Milwaukee for
Busy
the rest of his
Bones
career.
gonna
He said
come
there will
in
never be a
and
chance
stay them
I'll demand
niggas
a
when
trade.
they
That's not my
when it
nature.
needed the
Was
most.
asked
Right?
about, the conversations that apparently the Bucks have had, and he's like, those are conversations between other people, third parties. It's something that I can't control. But he also,
I don't see nobody beating the Spurs in a 7-game series.
but
Healthy.
then Amick said, have you definitively decided you don't want out of Milwaukee? And he replied, as of today,
Not even
when
OKC.
you think about your significant other or your wife, you always have to say,
Houston
as of
can
today.
beat 'em.
Like, that to me feels kind of like, again, hedging his
Houston
bets.
can
I
beat
don't
'em.
know. That whole conversation is confusing.
KD
because
had to go
the
berserk.
first part, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's not going anywhere.
All
Probably
7 games. Because
say
he's
that
going to
Chat.
otherwise in the past. It's happened.
Niggas
before,
said
but,
KD
like,
have
that
to go
kind of felt
berserk.
like still leaving the door open at least a
Done
crack. And
talking.
then we get the report today from Brian Windhorst,
It's
Who
said
the
that
fuck gonna hold Wemby?
done or at least in the
That's
works.
the
Like,
point.
real trades that can
Let
happen any day
Wemby
now,
go.
but they're on hold
The
and
team
talks are not
gotta beat
progressing
you.
because
Somebody
teams
else gonna
not sure whether Giannis is going to be on
The
the
team
Bucks the
gotta
rest of
beat
the
you,
year.
man.
There are teams that are still
Somebody
holding
got a
out
match
hope
Wemby.
that he could be somewhat available. And listen,
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's
KD.
crazy to imagine a Giannis deal.
You get that what I'm saying?
Quickly.
You know Wemby gonna go berserk.
Thinking about a player
KD gonna have to average about 27, 28
period.
series.
I just can't really wrap my head around it. I don't think it's going to happen.
Man, he averaged like
Giannis probably
24 right now,
with the
25.
And
he's been going down a little bit since he's been on the Rockets.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe suddenly out of nowhere, it's like the Bucks are considering moving him. That Giannis didn't request the trade, but he kind of made it known that he would like to pursue other options, that he's open to seeing what else is out there. To me, part of this feels like the Dame situation that we saw at the end of his time in Portland, where it was like Dame's never going to really request the trade, but also Portland doesn't want to deal with him because they know how much he means to the city. And he's like the franchise's best player in a long time. I feel like we're kind of at that standstill, that standoff between these two sides, where Giannis is probably frustrated. He wants to win more, but he doesn't want to request the trade, and the Bucks aren't going to trade him probably unless he requests it, unless they really feel like they're backed into a corner. And honestly, I think they're kind of backed into a corner, because if they don't trade Giannis, which again, I don't really think they're going to at this deadline, maybe in the summer, then I guess the only other option is to potentially upgrade, right? I don't know if that's the move, because all the reports we're getting is that, yeah, the Bucks are interested in taking another swing, continuing to be aggressive. And I guess when you have the best player in franchise history, that makes sense, but they're already so depleted when it comes to assets. The only things they have left are a 2031 pick swap and a 2032 first round pick. And 2032 does not sound like a real year. I'm 25. I'm going to be 32 when that pick comes to fruition. They already don't have control of any of their draft capital, any of their assets. So maybe they might as well just, dig the hole even deeper, continue to dig their grave when it comes to assets.
They next first round draft pick in 32.
We'll get some assets back, but it's not going to replenish all that they're lacking right now. And to me, if the Bucks have any inkling of Giannis asking out, if there's any
Giannis, it gotta be straight picks.
If they can get the Kuzma and a Portis, and some team is just willing to take on those contracts, then sure, I guess go for it.
They don't need to be booing nobody.
Rollins potentially, or either of those draft picks, that is a horrific decision. You cannot afford to mortgage your future that far down the line to try and just make something work. That's not going to work. There is nobody out there they could trade for realistically with their assets.
Unprotected.
This team. Ja Morant is a reported guy. I don't think it's the worst swing to take, but again, I think the Grizzlies aren't going to move him unless they get something real back. Zach LaVine, I don't think that really makes sense. You're going to have to pay him. He's already making a big contract in between him and Giannis and Miles Turner's contract, and the money that Dame has that's just dead on the books for the next couple of years. They can't make any significant upgrades. You're just kicking the can further. And also, this team already can't really play defense. I don't think adding Zach LaVine is going to fix that issue. Sure, you get a real second option, but there are much bigger problems. There is nothing that can fix this Bucks team. I honestly think the only route they can go if they're not going to trade,
we've seen all different type of variations.
Andrew Wiggins was reported, and if they could grab him again for really, really cheap, then sure, I don't think that's a bad idea. Try and make a small move, I guess. And then Wiggins ain't gonna do a fuck thing for that.
Maybe Giannis goes on an all-time tear, a 2018 LeBron type thing, and all your shooters can't miss, and suddenly you're making a run into the playoffs. You win a series, and maybe that's enough to convince Giannis to sign a long-term extension, and he's like, okay, take all your time, and then maybe you can figure something out. But even then, I don't think it's going to be enough to become competitive anytime soon. I cannot picture a world where the Bucks find a way to be competitive at any point in the next 3 to 5 years, probably. Having Giannis, maybe you get really
They
lucky.
should have got Trae Young or somebody, goddamn it.
Some money available in the next few years.
Y'all can't play defense.
But beyond that, I mean, even with that, you need draft picks. You need ways to upgrade.
The offense.
They just don't have that anymore. They made the swing on Drew Holiday, and it worked. They got a championship. They made the swing on Damian Lillard. It didn't work.
11 assists per game.
Left and right. And I think it's reached a point where they're just out of pitches for the most part. So it's this weird scenario where they don't want to trade Giannis. He doesn't want to request a trade. He's saying he's not going to request a trade, but he's also like, we'll see further down the line, but at least not today. And there have been all the reports in the past where it's like, I want to stay in Milwaukee my whole career, but I also want to win. And then you take a look at the way things are going for the Bucks as a team and success-wise, and it's like, this feels like a spot where you could potentially see that massive blockbuster of Giannis getting moved and he gets really frustrated. And at the end of this year, like if they don't make the playoffs or lose round one in convincing fashion, like they will if they make it, how does Giannis not be like, look around and be like, this just isn't going to work? I don't know.
It's no team that's super.
I got a question for you.
You're going to have to.
You don't know about campus yet.
Contract too.
Tell them how you describe.
You're going to have to.
Just straight from a team building perspective, it is probably the moment to go ahead and trade.
He ain't gonna go.
He was extremely high. You could get so much back. You could get the rebuild started sooner than
But
later.
But
I understand it's deeper than that. And I get a lot of comments from people saying that, Cone hates the Bucks. He wants to be traded this and that. I'm not saying that. I think it would be super interesting if Giannis got dealt with the market suddenly. But I'm a fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder. I feel like I have to remind people that. I'm a small market fan. I love small markets. And I think Giannis being a Bucks lifer, fighting through it all and finding some way to again return towards the mountaintop would be super fun. It'd be so cool as a storyline. I just don't think it's realistic. And I feel like the longer the Bucks and Giannis dance around this thing, the more it's going to hurt Milwaukee overall as a franchise. So that's kind of my thought. That's kind of my perspective, I guess, right now on the Giannis stuff. I don't think he's getting traded this deadline. I think it's way too quick. If they could pull off a playoff series win, or I guess competitive one, maybe they could convince him of another year. I just don't see how it goes much further than that. And I do still feel like if you ask me to predict, I think he's somewhere else. I'm not saying that I want that. I would love to see Giannis be a Buck for the rest of his career. It's rare that we get players that are just committed to their franchises, especially small market ones, for as long as Giannis has been, and never mind for their entire careers. But the more that I look at this landscape, the more that I look at the Bucks situation, the way this season is going, even with Giannis in the lineup, it is an extremely weak Eastern Conference that is about to get way better next season and beyond, and they're still not that good. So those are my thoughts. Let me know down below in the comments what you think happens with Giannis. Does he get traded? Does he not? Do you want to see him move? If he does get moved, where is he going to go? How do you take all the comments that he's made? Things like that. But yeah, those are just kind of my general thoughts. I guess let's real quick talk about the NBA games that happened today. I'm going to go through these really quickly because, there's already a lot of Giannis talking here. I don't know how long this. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, but watch High Roller last video.
I don't watch Jimmy High Roller no more.
Why you say that?
That shit too boring. I guess it's too.
In the NBA,
same thing.
Jump out Wemby them hard.
I'm tired of seeing him make videos about Wemby and Steph Curry. I'm gonna be real.
Man, that video ain't even about Steph.
I'm just tired.
Most times in the NBA, when players have beef, it's usually nothing. Maybe some smack talk here and there, some friendly banter from time to time, a subtle jab, or some extra motivation for the next time they match up. In rare occasions, beefs grow into something more, real rivalries with very real consequences. But more often than not, the respect is mutual, and the beef players have is in the spirit of some good, admirable competition. But what if it wasn't? What if it got so out of control, it altered the very history of the NBA itself? When two players despise each other so much that the mere comparison of them is met with consequence? And what if the beef began over something that never really even mattered in the first place?
That boy said he don't watch High Roller no more. You're gonna have to skip that.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. The NFL playoffs are here, and there's no better place to get in on the action than DraftKings. Right now on DraftKings, new customers who bet bonus bets. That's promo code Jimmy High Roller only. The first mention of Wemby and Chet together in some degree, at least from what I could find, was in a basketball forum all the way back in December of 2020, where a user asked the question, who are your top 5 players for the class of 2021 and 2022? Every single answer that followed containing both the names Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren, but in different orders. Chet 2, Wemby 3, Chet 1, Wemby 3, Wemby 2, Chet 3, Wemby 1, Chet 2. 2020 doesn't feel too long ago, but anyone who had Victor as the best prospect in this class was well ahead of the curve, since at the time, he was just 16 years old and had about 10 months of film on his resume where he looked like an actual child trapped in a giant's body. Chet, on the other hand, was the #1 ranked prospect in America in his senior year of high school, already committed to Gonzaga and nearly 2 years older than Wemby. Ironically, Victor wasn't even in the class of 22. He was a member of the 23 NBA draft class. This question should have never even involved Victor in the first place. But fate would have it that these two would be compared long before they ever even faced one another. Due to COVID restrictions at the time, any and all potential interactions between the two were held off until the following season. But 7 months later, in the summer of 2021, Wemby and Chet would match up for the first time in their careers in a game that would spark the most heated rivalry in basketball today. In July of 2021, the FIBA Basketball U19 final came down to the USA versus France, the most highly anticipated matchup of the summer with a world championship on the line. As usual, Team USA had a stacked roster featuring 10 future NBA players, some of which include Jaden Ivey, Peyton Watson, Kenny Lofton, Ryan Kolkbrenner,
Kenny Lofton,
in the country, Chet Holmgren. France? Well, they had a 17-year-old Victor Wembanyama, who at the time was already seen as the best prospect in the world, regardless of age. The freakish frames and tools of both Wemby and Chet sparking conversations of similarities between the two. Both slim, lengthy big men with offensive games far too sharp for their size and NBA-ready defensive instincts. Who's better? Who is the rarer unicorn? By the end of this game, those questions were answered. Victor Wembanyama was clearly a step above everyone else.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Here comes Wembanyama. Emahi Balu gets inside.
Do that 2 times. Look like Slender Man.
Alley-oop. Wembanyama, how did you lose sight of him? On the lane. Miles spins. Gets rejected by Wembanyama. Lillard. And now he gets rejected.
Right, coming like Giannis.
Every possession for Wembanyama for 3. Kickapoo drives in on the follow from Wembanyama. Again, Lofton, and this time rejected. Can't on it. It's another tough shot attempt to it. Miles, he gets blocked by Wembanyama.
Despite being the youngest player on the court and finishing the game with 22, 8, and 8, as very visibly the best player on the floor, Team USA narrowly edged out France, beating them 81-83. And to add insult to injury, the tournament MVP was none other than Chet Holmgren. Wemby having to settle for a silver medal and a spot on the all-tournament team. Now, for most players on the brink of a promising NBA career, this entire tournament would be non-consequential, irrelevant within a few months. But Victor Wembanyama isn't like most players. As the awards were being handed out, Victor could be seen with a look of almost disgust. If you didn't know any better, you'd think France came in dead last by the way Victor handled this loss. Moping around, head down, dragging his feet, disinterested in the whole thing. Appalled even that they didn't win the tournament and he didn't win MVP. A moment that Victor Wembanyama recalls as the worst basketball memory of his life, saying, quote, "Just thinking about it makes my jaw clench. It's a regret. An unfilled hole inside me that I have to fix." This quote is borderline concerning. These are not the words of a kid ready to just forget and move on to a bright NBA career. Unbeknownst to him, Chet Holmgren created a void in the career of the best basketball prospect on the planet. And by any means necessary, Victor was going to spend the next half decade filling that void. By the start of the 2023-24 NBA season, Chet and Wemby were slated to face off in their first NBA matchup. But this wasn't just their first matchup in the league against each other. Although Chet was drafted a year before Wemby, an injury sidelined Holmgren for what should have been his rookie season. And so not only would they be battling for Rookie of the Year that entire season, the very first game of their respective careers were, of course, against one another. Now, this was a preseason game. It should not have meant anything at all. And it didn't mean anything to anyone besides Chet and Wemby, both of them going suspiciously hard in a preseason game in early October. Despite a few viral moments from Wemby, the Thunder came back and won the game, and it was Chet who outplayed Victor in just about every measurable way. And in the very first public stoking of the fire, Chet tweeted this after the game. As if Victor needed any more motivation, as if the kid that was left with a hole inside him that needed to be fixed needed any more fuel to the fire, Chet Holmgren just doused it with a gallon of gasoline in front of the entire world. And thus, this rivalry officially began. In his post-game interview, Chet was asked about his budding rivalry with Wemby, to which he had this to say.
I know you and Victor have been connected for years, even though you haven't played against each other very much. And he just was saying that he thinks this is going to be the start of a lot of really good games against each other. Do you feel that way?
100%. I played against him a couple years ago in FIBA, and I plan to play a long time, and I'm sure he does too. So there'll be no choice but to go back and forth. So,
and he was right. There has, in fact, been no choice but to go back and forth. Even before their first regular season matchup, their relationship was already being labeled as the makings of NBA's next intense rivalry. By their second matchup of the season, the intensity between them had already built up to the point where they were abandoning sets altogether to go at each other one-on-one. Wemby going out of his way to show Chet and the rest of the world there should have never been a comparison in the first place. The numbers on the scoreboard briefly becoming irrelevant in these moments. Now again, Chet didn't really even do anything to deserve this. An innocent bystander who just happened to cross paths with an alien in a FIBA tournament. But Wemby had a hole inside him, and he was fixing it. After the game, the media only made things worse by leading off with a slew of questions about the rivalry and what the two thought of it.
Yeah, in terms of not matching up directly with Chet, you guarded him defensively.
Media, dog.
It's obviously like human nature, but to really be uncommon and not just do what everybody else does, you have to kind of fight that. And obviously, that's the headline that you guys have. That's what ESPN's promoting. That's what the NBA is promoting, and rightfully so. Vic's a great player. I think I have a long way to go in this league, but I plan to be a great player.
I wasn't matched up against him the whole game. My first goal is always to win, and I don't in a game like this, I don't think about that, especially in a loss.
First impression of these two unicorns and their potential in the league, it was a fairly even matchup. Wemby was great, but so was Chet. Their names still intertwined, and for many fans, they were each other's equal.
This is potentially the beginning of something special, not only for the two of them individually, but the two of them head to head.
I think both of these guys are studs. They're future stars. You think that there's a better version of me, or I've already bettered him in under 19? There's a competitiveness that you see from Chet. I don't know about that from Victor yet. I believe that he is that dude because he has all of the talent and all of the skills, and he's mature beyond his years, as everyone says. But I do know that both of these guys seem like they're uber talented and they have some dog in them.
The league needs Victor Wembanyama. They need Chet Holmgren to be players that are transcendent.
This, however, did not last very long. By the end of their rookie seasons, Wemby had firmly asserted himself as not just the superior player, but the future face of the league. A season that was capped off with Wemby's first triumph over Chet.
From the #1 pick and otherworldly expectations to now the unanimous winner of Rookie of the Year. Victor Wembanyama lived up to the hype.
The unanimous NBA selection for Rookie of the Year. Only the 6th time in NBA history the Rookie of the Year race has been unanimous. He was the 3rd #1 draft choice.
What has it meant? Everything, you know.
Victor didn't just win Rookie of the Year, he won it unanimously. And, more importantly, he stopped Chet from winning it.
I mean, you can come up with 50 pros and cons for each of us on who's on our team, what we're playing for. At the end of the day, what is the criteria? This is my thing with all NBA awards. Like, what is the criteria? It's hard to. It's all in the eye of the beholder. So it's like, who has more voters that believe in their side of the criteria? I guess. Like, I mean, all credit to him for a great season and everything, and we're not rookies anymore. So like,
I mean, you didn't play your next game though.
You what?
I played more than 82 though, so that's the rule on our team.
Wait,
we play more than 82.
Is that still a?
Most of y'all don't get the chance though, because most rookies don't get into the playoffs. So you can't play more than 82. So
As much as they tried to deny it, this was a rivalry, and it was building quickly. And for just a moment, a small portion of that hole created in 2021 was fixed. But not for long. Wemby won this battle, but in the following season, Chet achieved something far bigger. By the start of the 2024-25 season, most fans had accepted that Wemby had taken a leap over Chet. Going into the season, Wemby had jumped all the way up the player rankings to 11th. Chet Holmgren, 32nd. Even in the description of his ranking, Chet unable to escape the expanding shadow of Victor's ascension. But despite the gap that he was building on Chet, Wemby was still unsatisfied with the fact that they were still being mentioned in the same breath. In fact, his disdain for Chet and the Thunder was only growing over time.
What happened when you brought up Chet to Victor?
Well, Chet is not exactly Candyman, but Victor will not even say the man's name.
Wow.
And that's pretty much been the theme ever since Victor Wembanyama arrived in San Antonio. I think it's because, that there is a real budding rivalry here. And on both sides, both of those guys are trying to take the attention away from the rivalry and put it specifically on the teams, Oklahoma City and San Antonio. That's what's going on these days. But I'm telling you, they do not like each other. They respect each other, but you'll see it manifest itself on the court.
As Andrew Schlecht of The Athletic put it, Wemby was creating his very own Voldemort. The kid was pouring mental lighter fluid on a fire that was already out of control. It only made matters worse when the Spurs acknowledged that they were using the Thunder as the blueprint for where they wanted to be in the future. It's the kind of motivation that can consume a man if he isn't careful. And Wemby was eaten alive by it. In their first matchup of the season, Chet completely outclassed Wemby, holding him to just 6 points in statistically his worst game of the entire season. On the other end, Chet had himself a game. The Thunder won the matchup, they were looking like early favorites to win the title, and the Spurs were still trying to figure out how they could possibly keep up. A performance that rekindled the Wemby versus Chet conversation. And before Victor could once again prove otherwise, he was dealt his biggest challenge yet.
Breaking news out of the NBA, according to our Shams Sharania, Victor Wembanyama, the San Antonio Spurs star, is going to miss the rest of the season. Shams is reporting a form of a blood clot in his right shoulder. He is out for the season, and the Spurs believe that this is Shams is reporting a form of a blood clot in his right shoulder. He is out for the season, and the Spurs believe that this is an isolated.
While the Thunder were gapping the field and Chet was blossoming into a vital piece on a potential championship team, Victor was sidelined with a season-ending injury. What's the worst-case scenario for a man hell-bent on revenge and willing to do anything to get it? Being helpless and out of commission while your adversary basketball immortality. Well, actually, that's not quite the worst-case scenario, but this is.
The Thunder have taken the NBA by storm. For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. The storybook season is complete.
It almost sounds like a work of fiction. This whole saga, this young man's rise to glory and his subsequent fall, idly watching his admittedly unjustifiable enemy achieve the ultimate goal. It's at this point where most players would probably let this whole thing go. Realize that this beef has gotten out of control. They're two different players on two different timelines with two different paths. It's just not worth it to hold on to something that, in the grand scheme of things, is so insignificant. But Victor Wembanyama is not like most players.
You personally,
October 2024. You didn't know it had been that long?
I knew it had been long, but I didn't know it had been more than a year.
In what ways does today's version of you approach that matchup differently?
I mean, with much more experience in this league, in life, much more knowledge, I would say, of who we are as a team. It's going to be a totally different game than any before.
By the start of the 2025-26 NBA season, a lot had changed over the last year. Wemby was back and ready to play basketball again. He made another jump in the preseason player rankings from 11th to 5th. Chet also made a jump of his own, from 32nd to 24th. For the first time, Wemby was officially recognized as an NBA superstar. Oh, and Chet was now an NBA champion. And if seeing Chet win MVP in a U19 FIBA tournament created a void in Wemby, seeing a ring on his finger created a black hole ready to swallow up anything in its wake. When recently asked if he considers there to be a rivalry between him and Chet, Wemby said, "No, I don't think about that. At least from a basketball standpoint, there's no comparison between us." What does Wemby think about the comparison? Well, his feelings hadn't changed. He's so appalled by it, he thinks there shouldn't be one. But maybe we should be asking Chet how he feels about the rivalry.
do you consider yourself and Victor Wembanyama a rivalry in the league?
I don't think it's ever been up to players or teams to declare rivalries, so you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Regardless of what the fans or the media think, there is nothing we can do about the 7'6" basketball demigod who's out for revenge. A man hyper-fixated on specifically making sure you never one-up him again. His disdain for Chet at this point is no longer subtle or cordial. Fans and the media taking notice that this is not your average friendly back and forth. Wemby is a man possessed, and Chet Holmgren wants nothing to do with it. But while the Spurs were still trying to iron out some wrinkles and adjust to an evolving roster, the OKC Thunder were scorching the entire league. 10-1, 15-1, 20-1, entering conversations of OKC having a good chance of breaking the all-time record for wins in a season. And Chet Holmgren, the right-hand man to the league MVP, with much larger sights than a beef with Wemby.
We've already sort of gone down the road. He says that he and Wemby have never really spoken. That rivalry is happening. I don't care what anybody says. Is there a possibility that Wemby's a little in his head at the moment?
I think this thing is man-made.
Yeah,
listen,
want this.
okay, they're both 7-footers, and they came out back-to-back years or whatever, and Chet was hurt. Other than that, that's where it ends for me. Like the real rivalry. It's levels to this conversation. The real rivalry to me is going to be SGA and Wemby. Those are the MVP candidates. Why would an MVP candidate have a rivalry with a guy that's not in that conversation? I think there's a lot of levels and a lot of layers to these conversations, and I think Wemby has graduated from that conversation of a rivalry with Chet.
It looked like there was nothing that could slow down OKC, and for some, this rivalry was a thing of the past. When it came time for these two to face off again, at least on paper, the Thunder were a better team in the midst of what could have been the greatest season the league had ever seen. But after 14 long months since the last time Victor saw Chet on the court, and 4 years after Chet stole his tournament MVP, on December 13th, the day had come where he could finally get back to fixing that hole.
Missed the last 12, and he's getting ready to head onto the floor for his first action since November 14th. Harper pull up day, no. Tipped up and in, instant impact from Wemby. No good. Another offensive board for Wembanyama. It's a different game now. Harper is lonely. early in this game. Wembanyama goes down, gives it up. Champagnie, 3-ball, corner pocket. Teardrop, no, blocked out of there by Wembanyama.
San Antonio is quite a bit better with Victor Wembanyama. That's why you have to go get a guy with my experience.
Wemby, bottom! Stan Dwayne, Wemby's a plus 20.
Not a post up for a big like Wemby is at the high elbow.
Here's this matchup. Wembanyama with the rejection on
Wembanyama changes everything at the defensive end of the floor. Everything.
It's over to Wembanyama. Made the catch.
Made
it away. Wemby.
You said who?
Got it back.
Man, your ass sleeping in there. Hell no, nigga. I'm on my phone. Watch TikTok.
You snapped their 16-game winning streak, just their second loss of the season. We saw your emotions throughout this one, as everyone's saying that the Thunder is a team that is almost unbeatable. What does this win say about where this group is right now?
It says a lot, and it says a lot about where it's going to be in the future. I mean, that's only their second loss of this season. It means something.
And for the Spurs, same starting five. We have seen slips. Wemby steps right through. Oh my goodness! Right over Chet Holmgren. Harper throw it up. Wembanyama dumps it. Go back out. Wembanyama shot clock at 6. Stepping back for 3. It's going crazy. Christmas gift for San Antonio Spurs fans. They've beaten the Thunder 2 times in a row.
Now, I would like, with my teammates, to introduce a little new tradition.
The San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder, a burgeoning Western Conference rivalry. Wembanyama continues to have a profound impact for the Spurs positively, both the offensive end of the floor and the defensive end of the floor. They're on cue, Wemby with the buy one, get one free right now. Sure feels like one. Wemby with an exclamation point just to let you know. Be out by the three-point circle. One dribble pull-up and a propitious roll and a shooting touch to his teammate Wiggins and got it packed on the glass.
Give me that
As Wemby pulls one at the other end for 3. Got it back and lays it home.
That's why 2K is the way it is.
Spectacular pass by Wembanyama. Off the wide action, Wemby pulls the 3. Got it. Come on.
They're kicking their ass on the floor, but they're letting them hear about it. The passion, the noise talking. And not only have they beaten them 3 straight times, they punked them 3 straight times.
How much fun was it to be back in the mix again after having to wait the last few weeks to play?
Oh, I mean, you can't imagine. Just get better, do some beautiful things. And I just wanted to be a part of it, you know, and I'm glad that we can still do it when I'm here. I have no doubt, of course, but I'm just glad to be a part of something that's growing to be so beautiful and so pure and ethical basketball, you know.
Conjuring up what could only be described as superhuman levels of pettiness, Victor Wembanyama unleashed 4 years of frustration upon Chet and the OKC Thunder, beating a team that only had 1 loss in nearly 2 months and was well on track to being the greatest regular season team of all time, not once, not twice, but 3 times in a 12-day span.
Okay, them boys, 3 of them. You ain't touching it.
He wanted to win these games, but the far more pressing matter was making sure Chet lost. At every conceivable opportunity, Victor made it abundantly clear that this was personal, morphing into Chet's very own boogeyman and playing each and every possession like his life depended on it. Flexing on him, throwing down windmills after the whistle, addressing the people, and creating an entirely new tradition from scratch. But not only did the Spurs beat the Thunder 3 times in a 2-week window, Victor Wembanyama and his insatiable thirst for vengeance single-handedly derailed what could have been the greatest regular season of all time. The Thunder's record leading up to that fateful December 13th night, 24-1, on pace to beating the all-time wins record. Their record since that first matchup against the Spurs, 6-6. The record, now well out of reach. Now, to say the Thunder have completely unraveled simply because Victor is a resentful man who is hell-bent on not letting things go may sound like a bit of an overestimation of the damage Wemby inflicted onto this franchise. Then again, if you told someone the future face of the NBA is still mad over a meaningless MVP he lost 5 years ago in an international tournament that nobody remembers, seeking revenge on the poor guy who stole it from him to this day, that would probably sound like an overreaction too. For the Spurs, these wins were a step in the right direction, a sign that they could really compete and beat the best team in the league. But for Wemby, these wins were retribution. One step closer to filling the void where that MVP should be. Intrinsic proof that there should have been no comparison, and that he is.
They try and get that boy some chips early.
Conclusion that all of us reached 2 years ago.
Love you.
Great video from Jimmy High Roller chat.
That boy talking about he don't watch High Roller no more.
I don't, chat.
You go bullshit in chat.
Got the Dakota back on one last time before we out, chat.
This nigga in that bitch talking about some I'm in here sleep. No, nigga, that's his ass. That's why he got the camera off.
Nah, that hoe had that camera. I mean, that lighter shit got warm on that hoe. Shit, I ain't gonna lie though. Shit, we been on that hoe almost 3 hours, and nigga ass starting to get dead. Now it's time to go. Calm it down, nigga. Calm it down.
Just wait till the members on the town.
We love y'all, chat.
Shout out Rack Boy AB.
Bye, chat. We end the stream on that one, chat.